and she like, it's like, see them right there, grabbing her poor dog's nipples, and then she's like, lady, doesn't your husband have nipples? And her husband, who's right there, is like, and then she's like apologizing to her dog after.
Oh, poor dog's got molested.
James's mom.
It's terrible when dogs are misgendered. And also, we've been live for like 30 seconds.
And now going by Arby's, hello James's mum, we literally started the stream with that dog got molested.
Oh no, it started before then.
Oh, thank you.
We got like...
Dog molestation's not really dog molestation.
It's such fun living with you.
We got like 80% of that anecdote. That was, yeah.
I was referencing a TikTok story that somebody had where like some lady couldn't comprehend that male dogs do in fact have nipples.
Indeed. And thank you everybody for coming to our biology seminar this evening. Also featured a game of Dungeons and Dragons featuring me. I have gone by Jameeesh in the past, and I'm attempting a bit of a rebranding.
What do you do here?
Occasionally, I ask people to roll dice on a totally arbitrary basis. But I'm joined by my dear friends Jojorawr Yappinator. That's new. TheSwiss, RB27. TrashQueen and Comikat to play D&D. Sorry, it's been a while. It's been a while. What episode are you guys on?
Are you guys halfway through 108.
46. Oh no, I still haven't watched past 106.
106.
Sorry, 206.
Way behind.
Yeah,
Season 2.
I'm pretty sure I'm floating at around 100. We should just watch The Expendables, guys. We should all just decide to watch The Expendables because apparently it's really good. Yeah, isn't that the one you keep on telling me to watch?
No, that's the Unexpectables.
Oh no, The Expendables is like a different franchise.
Is that one with all
that's
those
an
action heroes, like those aging action heroes.
Yeah, and actually, none of the main
aging,
characters have died yet in the Unexpectables, so they're actually not quite expendable.
They've done a lot of things.
So far, as far as I know.
Well, after we've watched all of that, we'll come back and we'll play... No, let's do that now. Let's figure out where we are.
Let's just watch some other D&D podcast show.
Talkcast pod show. You guys... Just take my notes. You guys have been investigating around the town of Farinloth, which is the kind of family home of your companion in the party, Ella Ickleberry. You grew up there, Ella, torn in the culture of your family between what the kind of cultural norm was for women in your family going to the service of the Temple of Helm, of the Temple of Helm. But what your heart and what your mind were calling you to was a life of study of the arcane in a more wizardy way. It eventually drove you and your mother apart, and you ran away from home. Also brought about, by the murder and subsequent disappearance of body of your friend Mara. You felt called to find people to draw you to Farinloth and help discover or avenge or reveal the truth around this mystery. And eventually your party, the Dysfunctionals, were formed, and between adventures drawn back to the town of Farinloth for safekeeping, for shelter from the cruel and long and cold arm of the Syndicate crime organization. Also, coincidentally, allowing you the opportunity to potentially avenge Mara, which is nice. And in your journey, you have discovered an evil cult of red kind of robe-wearing cult of Trindagon, they're named. You have returned very shortly ago from hunting and exterminating almost all of them, because their leader, whose name is Damar Brittleshin managed to get away with a teleport spell. You imagine you have ideas as to where he managed to escape to. You have a map of the ruined sort of or ancient castle in the middle of the wintry wastes northwest of Farinloth, across a tiny sort of like strip of land connecting the main continent of Ufai to this wintry sort of almost subcontinent beyond. You guys came back to town after doing that, surviving an attack from 2 treants who were revealed to be misguided in their aggression towards you because you were not trying to destroy their home, their forest, but they thought that you were. In healing them and in bringing understanding, Ella was blessed by the guardians of the forest. You have returned back to town, and you did a bit of investigation as to any jobs for the purpose of raising funds to sponsor Ella's grandfather's work in creating amulets to protect you from detection spells, if memory serves. I can take you through the jobs on the job board now, just to remind you guys as to what the options are.
Fresh the memory.
Okay.
Yeah. And at that point, the day will be yours. So on the job board, you pretty much took all the pieces of paper down, I believe, and as you sit down in the Hostel Kaunia Tavern and assess your options, this is what all of the pieces of paper, various scraps of various quality, read. First one, materials required for Angela at the apothecary. Inquire within for specifics. The ideal of location of harvest is the Farrens Wood. Base rate at 200 gold per pieces per person, with bonuses for the rarity of components found.
I can do that one.
Okay.
I know the forest.
I
know how to look for stuff.
All right. Next piece of paper. The ongoing tyranny of bandit clan Iron Turnt and their leader Trag continues. A significant reward is offered to any adventuring party who defeats him. Proof required. Inquire at the guardhouse for generous rewards starting at 2,000 gold pieces. Inquire within head of guard Cyril Laterson inside the guardhouse. Number 3. TheSwiss the ferret has gone missing. Local old lady awaits his return by means of valiant/strapping ? Adventurers. Reward negotiable depending on the hero's preferred variety of tea. Point 4. Large shipment of books arriving in town for delivery to the Helm Temple Library. Inquire at the library for details and payment options starting at 200 gold pieces per person. There is a note that you did. You kind of grabbed all the pieces of paper and just swept them off. But the note from the Barrington Bakery to try their new magical breads is still there. You might remember that you did already have that misadventure.
So it's probably old.
I mean, you can certainly head back to the bakery.
Do it again.
Yeah, you can certainly try again if you like. Yep.
Pay us again.
Indeed. I mean, you don't know. Looking to employ a bartender for the Hostel Kaunia Inn, where you are currently sat. Must be able to listen to political rants on the slower days. No goblins. Missing earrings. A pair of prize earrings were stolen on transit from Uthella, likely by that blasted bandit leader Trag Ironturnt. I am willing to reward anyone 1,000 gold pieces for their return. Ask for Captain Laterson in the Farinloth guardhouse. 2 more. Sorry, there's a lot of pieces of paper that you just kind of swept off the board. 2 more. Cleric needed. Daughter ill and dying. Inquire at the address below. Ainsley House, and it's got reward of 1,200 gold pieces to the cleric that heals my daughter. And finally, my daughter Stevie wants to be a bard, but has absolutely no talent. I want to enjoy my time at home without the shrieking of her lute destroying the peace. I will pay you 10 gold to give her some lessons, and if after a couple of classes her music becomes less painful, I am willing to give you vast bonuses. Contact John Nix at 75 Leighton Avenue. So you...
I've got to ask, James, like, entirely out of character. Did you research to find out what Stevie Nicks' father's name was, or did you just make that up?
So, you guys are in the tavern.
All right, fine.
You have this bunch of pieces of paper. The job board has been completely stripped clean. You have an awful lot of options. And I'd say, if memory serves, I don't know. What kind of time of day was it as you came in? We could, we could say that you've just taken...
Did the bed.
Yeah, okay, so you've gone to sleep. You've woken up the next morning. So yesterday was waking up after having beaten the cultists, heading back, been attacked by the tree ants, getting back to town, and resting down. It was a, fairly relaxed day. What would you like to do today, guys?
So we're all sat at a table?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just when I know that I'd personally missed it, but when we were talking to Cheryl when we got back, did anybody razz him on the name of the red cloak fellow who was there that we recognised was one of his mates?
Do you know what? That is true. You did pick up your payment from Cheryl Novaste as you returned. That was one of the things you did once you got back to town yesterday. Yeah. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah. If I recall, you guys simply scared the hell out of him, and he gave you plenty of money.
Yes.
Lots and lots of money.
We didn't give him information.
And Brüz is kind of remind everybody about the excursion that Nuru and he took into Cheryl's little sneaky cupboard, and that there was like potential to get back in there and mess with things. If we don't have too many things on today or tomorrow, I think it might be fun if we were to go back to look in Cheryl's sneaky cupboard.
Sneaky cupboard.
Why not tonight?
The secret cupboard.
Yes, when Nuru and I was sneaking around, we hitched a ride with Cheryl upon his cloak and ended up in a secret cupboard that he had, where he had some items hidden, and surely it's worth another look. Nuru and I didn't really get to spend too much time in there, but we know where it is.
He put on a weird ring.
Was it very protected?
Maybe.
Well, it certainly looked like it.
He did seem a little happier once he put it on.
Okay.
Probably a magic item that makes him stronger or something.
Girl's
Did you
gonna
move anything?
There was I got the feeling that this was a place where he put things that he didn't want anybody to find easily, if at all.
Well, then it's only fair we teach him a lesson about trying to hide things from people.
Yeah, how dare he have privacy?
I agree, says Arthrin. Maybe let's give it a go.
Yeah, he's a jerk. He doesn't get to have rights like privacy.
Not from us.
When one is manifest by divine right to teach people good manners, sometimes you have to do a very good job to remind people to use their manners. And keeping things that aren't yours is not good manners.
Yeah.
You can be downright sinister sometimes.
Yeah. Besides,
Really?
we need the money, right? I mean, isn't the idea that we each...
yeah, we're taken from the rich and given to the us.
Well,
do we like have a time when we are going to be leaving? Like, when did you want to go to Ella? In terms of, like, going after the vampire, I mean.
Oh, well, we kind of need to get stuff, don't we?
Yeah.
It's less of a time
Supply
limit and, like, when we're good and ready.
And did we want to do any of this stuff just at the pile of people?
Well, we do need money.
Because
I've got a dying person to
right.
heal, so, you know.
Yes, I'll come in along and
save
assist
that
you
for last.
if you would like, Ella.
Sorry, Brüz?
I noted that post myself and would be willing to come along and offer you assistance if you would like.
Oh, well, I would very much like that. Very, very much so. Thank you.
Mother would say 2 clerics are definitely better than anybody else you could find.
That is true. That is true.
And I can go foraging, because I already know how to forage. And,
Well, I
I
was
mean,
gonna.
Okay.
I was
So-
gonna
the
do.
forest is nicer. I just need to be nice and polite about it.
Sorry, Zoe, can you say that again?
I was gonna do the books as well. I'll deliver the books
Okay.
to the library.
All right. I mean, it's up to you guys how we do this. We can break up into smaller groups and do the smaller jobs for smaller pay. So I'm getting the sense that we're gonna go visit the family with an ill daughter. Gonna head into the woods nearby and see what we can scavenge in terms of reagents for the apothecary, and then head to the library, the Helm Temple, to see if the delivery of books is ready to be kind of unpacked and sorted. Anything else?
I mean, I wanted to see if I could find Zendron and my brother at some point today, but
Yeah, we can definitely fit that in
Arthur's
between as
still
well.
in town.
I mean, you haven't seen
I think
them
if-
this
if
morning,
it's-
but you haven't left the tavern yet.
well, told them to come by. So
You're so quiet.
Hmm?
You're so quiet.
sorry.
I'm just telling you.
I'm not having any trouble hearing her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can I just out of character? Did they agree to come to visit the tavern this morning?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Joral.
Okay. Yeah. If that's the case,
Zendron
then...
might not be with them, but
No, I think that's something that would probably be resolved before you guys left then. So as you guys are like canvassing your plans to get X, Y, and Z done, the door of the tavern will swing open. Apart from you, there's literally 1 or 2 other people. So Zendron's kind of slightly lackluster, but still golden scales do kind of reflect some of the early morning sun streaming in through the window behind him. And Jojorawr, leading the way, kind of steps through. It doesn't take him long to scan and get a bead on you, Kyro. Steps towards you.
hey! Hey. So, how's it been going?
still alive. Made money.
Last I checked.
I was talking about me. You asked me the question.
Oh,
I mean, I'm glad you're alive
well,
too.
you said it like a question, so I thought you were asking me. And,
Can you ever really be
know, given my track record, it wouldn't be a... Anyway.
It's probably best not to talk about that too much. Anyway, hello everybody.
Hello, Zendron.
Did you... Hey, hello Ella. It is good to see you. Did you know that there's a wizard academy over there? With loads of young, exciting people willing
I
to
know.
climb up a mountain. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh, Zendron.
Hello.
Good to see you, old boy.
Oh, and
I
you.
must tell you, there is a bakery not far from here that you must go and try some of their bread. We were there the other day. It was amazing. You must try it.
Nuru's like, I still have leftover bread.
Oh, yes. Do we have some for Zendron now?
No, it's mine. It heals you. I'm keeping it for emergencies.
As you kind of like, it's kind of like rustle around and pull it out, it's pretty stale. It's been.
She's like, do you think it's still magical if it's like stale?
It'll probably be fine.
She smells it. She's like,
Try it now. Wait, what did it do? You
It
might not want
healed
to use
me.
it inside. Oh,
it
well.
healed.
I mean, if it's deteriorating, it might not do that.
Wasn't one of them the spicy one?
I have that one.
Yeah, I have the healing one.
It's probably important to know which one of those two is which.
No, I definitely have the healing one because I put some red yarn. No, hold on, I'm colorblind. Green yarn.
This bodes well. Yes. Anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying a little bit.
Seems that it.
Then I can't see the difference between red and green.
Anyway, we'll definitely pop into the bakery on our way, but you should have seen the guy that came into town yesterday. This huge orc dude. He was massive, and he had this guy with like a red turban was following him. Yeah. We recruited lots of people. Very exciting.
No, I was wondering what happened with the orc.
Well, they're up at the house at the top of the hill with the teleportation circle. We figured we'd gather them all there and then zap them all up to the top of the mountain.
You're taking the orc to the temple?
Hey, he volunteered. He said it was a good idea. You know, adventuring guild, you know. I showed it really, really well. Yes.
I actually had a question about the temple.
Oh, yes?
It's magic and stuff, right?
What, the temple itself? Oh.
Yeah, like that door and all that.
Oh, yeah, well, the door is strapped up to a basic alchemical contraption. It's remote controlled, but I didn't want to break the matter or anything, you know.
Anyway,
the people inside the temple are pretty magical. I mean, did you meet Venteeth? You guys met Venteeth, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty.
Real magical guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was wondering, is it warded from, like, divination stuff?
I mean, probably could scry on someone inside the temple, but it's a long journey to get up there, and no one knows about the teleportation circle up there anymore. I think it's probably pretty safe. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
Why'd you ask? Are you worried about something, or?
I mean, if you're going to be having fugitives living there, yeah.
Oh, these aren't fugitives. They're choosing to come up. And you
No,
know.
I'm talking about her friends. Points at Eirys with his thumb, just briefly.
Kieran and.
Oh, sorry. You're talking about that guard dude and his family. Yeah. He's been kind of nice. He let us kind of just sort of. I mean, he let me use my house, which is good of him. I didn't really ask too many questions. I didn't know why he was there to begin with. I think he was going to stay there once we'd left. But, it's fine. I mean, I'm a generous soul. I spend most of my time in the temple anyway, so he can use my house. It's fine.
Hey, Zendron.
Huh?
Want to repay him?
What do you mean? What do you
Get him
mean?
one of these. And I show him the necklace of, like, Heidi magic-y.
Yeah.
And we'll put it on the shopping list for Nihilus. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, do that.
We'll be able to rustle up something. What's that, like 500 gold? That's fine. That's fine. We'll be okay. Well, it's great to see you all, but, I got a bunch of new recruits to get up to the temple, so, I'm gonna split.
And he just floats out of the building.
I really do enjoy that fellow. He seems so alert.
You hear a loud cry of pain as one of the sort of eaves outside Gendron just clatters into.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Nuru is looking at this healing bread dubiously now, and she's like, is that mold?
It's pretty, like, you know...
Give it the sniff test.
She sniffs it.
It's been salted.
It doesn't smell foul, but, like, in your hand, it's fairly solid. Like, you could get on the table, you know,
I could bite it.
You could, it would be, yeah. It would be fair. It may well be crunchy. Let's just put it like that.
Okay, she's like, well, I better use this at some point soon.
We could feed it
Just
to the
put it-
pigeons and see what happens.
There
Just
should
need
be
to
like a freshness rating on my
I have no
items.
idea if this would destroy
I
the
will
enchantment,
edit the
but
item and
crushed
say
little
like
flower
not
guys just
very
rebake it.
fresh.
Yeah. It's been a couple days, so.
Yeah.
You guys don't have, like, a bread bin in your bag of holding? If you had a bread bin in your bag of holding, you'd be fucking set, but no, here we are.
Buy a bread
Yeah, we should have gone for a bin.
A bag of breading? No, never mind. That's...
Or it just, or at least like, I don't know, a bag to put your bread in.
There's bread boxes. It's a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't have plastic bags here.
Not yet.
What's a plastic?
Yeah, I don't know how plastic's made, and I don't think it would be good to invent it here.
So the bandit thing is worth a lot of money.
Yeah, I was thinking that, actually. I mean, wasn't there a thing about a group of bandits that are wanted for a fee, and then the recovery of something that they've stolen for another fee?
Exactly.
It's like double. It's like double money.
Yeah.
Twice the payday.
If
you
we
guys would be good.
If we all gather materials for the apothecary, it's 200 gold per person. I say
Yeah,
all of it.
plus extra.
Yeah, we should all go in
The
separately.
scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but we gotta be nice to the forest though, because you know.
Of course.
You can talk to trees or something, right?
Yeah, I
I
can talk to
can.
trees.
I mean, anyone can talk to trees, but
well,
they
apparently,
talk back.
apparently Ella talks to trees now.
I mean, if we're all talking to trees,
No, like in a druid kind of way.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
Like some
Right.
trees can talk in common, but
I've
like,
very limited interactions with trees. in
Like-
my lifetime,
like
so-
regular non-magical trees, if you know how to talk to them magically, sometimes they know things. Not very much because they're trees, but you know. They know tree
Brüz
things.
actually does speak Sylvian as opposed to just Druidic. So is sort of actually was it?
That's the language of the Feywild, is that right?
Yeah, right.
yeah.
He knows.
I
He
don't-
does know Druidic.
Yeah, I don't think trees speak Sylvan.
Yeah.
They speak tree.
Yeah.
Which
Matt,
apparently,
Sylvan is-
according to lore, it's like in Lord of the Rings. It takes a really long time to say hello.
Yes.
Sylvan is basically the language of fairies and magical beasts
Okay.
and
So
magical plants.
shall we set a plan of action for the day then? So,
Yep.
are we suggesting that we all head out and pick up stuff for the apothecary because that pays everybody? I'm guessing that we'll probably want to all head out bandit hunting together because that's probably going to be quite dangerous.
Yeah.
But we want to split up for the sake of the sick girl.
Yeah,
and
I
the
think
light-
Ella and Brüz still wanted to do the cleric thing, though.
Yeah, we got that. We got it. The clerics
Yell
have got
can
it.
do music.
Okay.
No sleeping with the daughter, Yell.
I mean, wait, what?
We don't know how old
What?
these people are.
We have
No,
no
I'm not-
idea of age.
Why would he do that?
I'm not gonna just do that. Plus, we had plans for tonight anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Tonight we're going to steal the Dick Priest's Shit.
So make
I
sure
bet
it's done
me and
before
Ella
tonight,
had
yeah.
a plan.
Yeah. Yell at me. Oh yeah. Yes. Well. Yes.
And the
Insight check.
Oh, roll the dice, roll. Let's
You
actually
made
roll.
no
Let's
goddamn suspicious.
Should we actually roll some dice because we're playing D&D? Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
What's the insight check?
If you're trying to hide something. it's
25.
25.
I wouldn't have done, but you're acting so weird.
I mean,
just like, what is that?
I suppose you could roll a deception to check to hide stuff, but do you really want to?
Yeah.
Oh my god, can you really imagine my deception there? Like, come on.
Oh, I rolled bad.
You should do it.
Deception. 0. I have a +0 on it.
I have a +7, and I rolled a 7.
20.
Oh no.
So you're going to beat 14.
4, 11. No.
Yeah. So what? What does Eirys pick up?
I know they're scheming something. I know they're up
Both
to
of them.
Yeah.
That they have a plan
Brüz
with
is
regards
oblivious to this.
Yeah. So they have a plan with regards to the plan on Cheryl Novasti's place. Is that what you're scheming about, or is it something else?
Yeah.
No. How we ended last session. Well, we're going to get a bunch of paper and red tape and like conspiracy theory this out.
Realistically, there's no way I could figure all that out just from.
No.
I
You just know that
they're
they're scheming something and it's unrelated to what we're talking about.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
You have separate non-Cheryl related schemes.
Yes.
let's break this up into bits. Let's say that's everybody except for Ella and Brüz. I'll say that you spend some time walking out into the nearby woods, and do your own, like, let's say a nature
I could show
check.
Eirys poisonous plants.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
Because that's something we're both interested in that.
Okay. In that case, I would let you roll nature with advantage to kind of gather reagents.
Sick. All right.
Nuru, you can do so because you are taking your time and because you are a druid. Yell, if you would like to join in, you can make a nature check of your own to pick up stuff for the apothecary if you like.
I'm also going to
Dirty 20, that's
look
nice.
for
I like it.
Ingredients for poison. It's not bad.
Eirys, why don't you make a roll of your own? Come on, roll some dice.
Roll the dice. Roll the dice.
Actually, I'll use priority dice to bump that up.
Yeah, you find a variety of very, very colourful flowers in lots of different locations. Predominantly those, of course, that have exposure with a lot of light between the trees. You know that there's a certain breed of very vibrant red flower that is a component for healing potions that is often quite sought after. You get the feeling, you're not 100% sure because you don't have expertise in this field necessarily, but you feel like that's probably the one, so you pick up a whole bunch of it. It's probably going to pick up a fair selling price for an apothecary that's going to make up a huge markup on healing potions are ridiculously expensive, so, you know, that's a good find. What did you roll, Megan? Sorry, Kira?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20? In terms of, poisonous reagents, you immediately recognize the dark, sort of green, almost black leaves, very flat, very wide, of a certain plant that is used in a poison that you have seen before. Probably closer to the edge of the Underdark, like towards the surface. You're actually surprised to see this particular kind of plant anywhere on the surface at all. It's just amidst like a particular rocky crag in the woods that you find your way underneath into the shade of, and you're able to show Eirys that this is something that, given the right expertise and given the right treatment and distilling, the right potion maker, I guess, the right crafting hands would be able to distill this into quite the potent poison.
Give it to a potion seller. You make very strong potions.
Indeed. Yeah.
No, like I know how to make poison.
Oh, yeah, you could choose to take these leaves and
I could use it to make a poison for me.
Yeah, that's right. I'd say that the poison that you would coat on the weapon would do an additional, let's say, 2d6 damage on a successful hit.
That's
you're fairly sure that that's the kind of extra damage that you'd be able to generate from this leaves, or you could choose to sell it to the apothecary, and you might get a price for it.
Okay.
Okay, Nuru, what'd you get?
Okay, wait. What am I rolling for that? I'm sorry. Nature? Or...
Yeah, with advantage as well, you crazy druid.
Okay, hold on. Alright.
Shine on, you crazy druid.
That was...
Zoe, I've seen your post. 19. We'll get there in a sec.
19.
19? Yeah, okay. So, as well as you actually end up finding Yell in the midst of, like, harvesting a bunch of red flowers. You can pick some of them up yourself. You can choose to leave him to it. As you go further into the woods by a little bit, you find a small stream. And alongside, there's a number of sort of, like, reed-like plants. And you recognize that the stem of the reeds in this water way, in this stream, you know that that's often kind of like crushed down and mushed into a paste that can be used as a base for all manner of potions.
Okay.
And in that respect, it's very, very versatile stuff, and you're able to pick it up and gather a fair amount of it.
Yeah, I'm getting as much of that as possible.
Yeah. I mean,
I know they'll want it.
Yeah. Like, in essence, potions need water for the liquidiness, but also a degree of body to it. As mostly like as a kind of preserving agent. This particular plant you recognize as being useful for that reason. Cool. Eirys, you are very interested to learn about the poisonous plants that Kyro finds. You look up and around, and suddenly every plant that you see is the same. And
I find grass.
You see grass. There's grass there. There's grass there.
I see trees of green. Green grass too.
And green grass. And green grass too.
And I think
Like, you don't want to touch them with your bare
and
hands.
a bush over
red
there.
roses too.
Sort of...
And a bush over there.
Or I've eaten some of the poisonous plants.
Maybe.
What, did you touch it with your bare hands?
Don't.
Should I not have?
Touch it with your bare hands.
Singing.
You voice in the back of your mind going,
Sit the fuck down. Kyro's going to like
Yeah.
anti-toxic.
Yeah, sure.
Thinking about grass and trees. Are those trees back?
You're hallucinating. It'll be okay. I'm freaking out. I'm gonna calm down now and give you antitoxin. Just sit here.
The tiniest,
you hear Brüz's calming voice in the back of your mind going, "This is fine, Eirys. This is fine."
Oh fuck! I can hear Brüz in my head.
Everything's fine.
It's not magic. It's just your brain.
Kyro, you sound like Brüz right now. What's happening?
Everything's fine.
I found
telling me everything is fine. Is Brüz here? Please tell me Brüz is here.
Sending is the best spell ever.
Kyro gives you some antitoxin. Take this.
I found something, but I'm not sure if it's Queen Anne's lace or hemlock.
Don't eat it.
But it could be Queen Anne's lace, which is delicious.
Meanwhile,
hemlock, which is not at all delicious and will kill you.
DM's veto at the moment. We're cutting over the scene. Sorry. Yeah.
Poisoning themselves
everyone in the woods.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. While everyone's finding, basically, Yell's found enough like ingredients to like make 15 or 20 healing potions, and, and Kyro's just running from tree to tree, just like, don't touch it, don't touch it.
Put that down. Get out of your mouth. Babysitting everyone.
Arthrin just decides to take a nap by the stream because he's like, okay, I'm not even going to try.
Thanks, Arthrin.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
kick him into the water. Wake up! Help me! People are poisoning themselves.
Sorry. He helps with administering of said medicine.
Nuru's still carrying around some weird white flowers that she's not sure
We'll come
are
back
edible.
to it later. This seems over.
Okay. Wibbly wobbly timey wimey. We're back at the tavern at the beginning of the day. You're all about to split up and head your separate ways. Ella and Brüz, you're about to head to the home of the family that are requesting help with their daughter. Ella, you said you wanted to have a quick word briefly before everyone split. Sorry about missing that.
Oh boy.
This one. Yeah, she's just gonna sort of like discreetly as she can, kind of tell Yale to come over and have a quiet. So, plan tonight. We need a board. I've been thinking about this. We need a board. We need string. We need paper.
Right. Okay. I can get that on the way back from the general store.
Well, I was thinking you could probably borrow my grandma's board. She works at the university. So just do your charm. She'll love you. Ask her to borrow her board. And then
charm my grandmother.
We need to borrow my grandma's conspiracy board?
Sorry.
It's fine. Just go and charm the pants off my grandmother. She'll give you the board. Oh, really?
Okay, when I say half the grandmom, do not leave my grandmother.
Who do you think I am?
She thinks you're a space monster.
That was one time.
Who am I to?
And we're not forgetting about that in a hurry anytime soon.
Wow.
So, when you say get your grandmother's board, is it like a giant teaching board on wheels or board that sticks to a wall?
Oh no, it's on wheels. So you just wheel it on out.
Right. Okay.
And don't forget to pick up the string of paper. Just go to the station cupboard. I'm sure there'll be loads there. I mean, you might find people making out. Apparently that's what they do in those stationery cupboards. But just push them to one side and get the string of paper.
So you're saying I need to charm your grandmother to let us use her board. Then I need to go to the stationery cupboard, say "excuse me" to whoever's making out in there, just grab some paper and string off the side. Put it on. Hopefully, there's like a little shelf or something on the board, and wheel it all the way to wherever we're going to have dinner, separately from the group to discuss this.
Up the stairs and to our room.
Wait, what room? Like our room?
Our room. Why am I good Irish? I don't know.
How many spell slots?
Isn't your room upstairs?
Yeah.
Oh god.
I'm so excited to see how this goes down.
I need a second. I need to grab a towel because I'm sweating so much. Oh god.
Kura's going to like almost be like.
Well, if you need help, just go to my family home and ask for Brock. He will happily help you. Just
I'm sure I can handle it. It's just going to be interesting. I mean, how many times have you seen a tiefling wheel a board through town, up some stairs into a tavern bedroom?
I guarantee nobody will ask any
Plenty of time.
Yeah.
Now say it without lying.
I'm not saying it in character.
I think my DMing career has just peaked.
You did nothing.
Yep. Right.
Ask for Roswin. Her name's Roswin. Ask for Roswin. Roswin Ickleberry.
Roswin Ickleberry. Okay. Got it.
I mean, we're not going to need a board, really, are we? We just need it for one night.
Just borrowing it.
And we're just going to
Okay, I didn't realise to begin with that you meant like giant teaching board that was on wheels. I thought you just meant like little thing we could hang up to the wall for little doodles and bits. But if you need big board, we'll go big board.
I mean, we've got big ideas, so we need a big board.
We've got big ideas. You
I
need
agree
a
with
big
the whole-
board.
And
thing.
what if any of them catch me with the giant board and taking it upstairs?
I just say you're entertaining a lady friend.
It was one goddamn time.
You don't think she does that on the regular.
They would ask any questions, so it'd be like really awkward. And then they'd be like, okay, alright, have fun, bye.
What am I doing? Teaching her the goddamn Kama Sutra?
Use your imagination.
Wow.
I don't know.
She doesn't have all the answers.
Oh, goodness.
You're a big boy, you can figure it out.
Honestly, this is just as entertaining poking all the holes in your big scheme.
It's a grand old scheme. Don't poke holes in it.
Oh, but it's so entertaining. And, I mean, it's a great scheme. But also, I'm going to have to wheel a board across town.
Get over it. Just get over it. If you're really that worried, I don't know. Get a broom, like, and pretend it's a horse or something.
Well,
I'm not complaining. I'm just amazed by the fact that your plan
I have a
involves me
question.
wheeling a
Just
board across town.
This is
Where
escalating.
where are Yell and Ella physically currently right now? While they're having this conversation?
I'd believe that they are sneaking. They like just said that they would need to retreat to their bedroom, and they're freaking out in there for a bit, while
Okay,
you guys
I'm
are.
gonna give them at least 20 minutes then. Then I'm gonna go knock on the door.
I'd say probably at this point you knock on the door and they realise that they've been there for half an hour freaking out about wheelie boards.
Are you guys planning on staying in, or are you coming with us to the thing?
Oh, I'm going to the thing. I think, Ella, you're
I'm off
doing
healing.
the healing. Yeah.
He keeps the doors closed while he asks these questions.
Yeah.
Oh, in which case, Yell opens the doors. Oh yeah, come on.
Yep. See the
Malvin.
I've got it.
I'm loving
Figure it out.
the memes that Jody is generating here are just on fleek. It's crazy. Oh, thanks for the sub, Acid. Sorry, look, check in chat.
Oh my god, how did I miss these?
You were busy role playing.
It's true. Role playing is a serious business. Cool. So while you guys are off picking up reagents for the apothecary, Ella and Brüz, let's have you guys have a minute while we all kind of catch our breath. You're able to follow the directions that have been provided. That take you reasonably, a short time to get across town to this homestead.
Just before we get there,
Yes.
and like just before we get there, Brüz is going to disguise self to and just an old man Brüz, but like as short as he can make himself within the spell. So probably like
Foot
down
shorter.
to like 5'5".
Yeah. If your regular
And
height is
just go-
6'5", then yeah, 1 foot shorter. Yeah.
Yeah, so down about 5'5", and it basically Brüz is just going to be an older gentleman, a shorter, kind of tidier beard, and some similarly styled robes to what like Ella has, like just not the armor, but just like the clericery kind of clothes.
Sure.
Similar color motifs, but no logos.
Sure. You hear a whisper in your ear as you go over a piece of material that would contain the emblem of Helm that actually has nothing. A whisper in your ear. I do appreciate the nod every now and then. I'll let it go for now. Yeah. You guys approach the house. It's up the hill. It's more towards that big building at the top of the hill that you guys might remember Kylan is staying at, and Zendron and Jojorawr have apparently just run into and used. But there are other not quite as nice as that house at the top of the hill, but nicer houses around, and one of them is Ainsley House. Clearly pretty well off to do family, sort of large stones, sort of expensive mortar in between that seems to be weathering the effects of time, but not able to tell whether or not it's a long-standing and just is resisting kind of weathering really well, or if it's relatively new. Difficult to tell which. You knock on the door. Big old mahogany sort of double door. 2 knockers. You pick up... Which one do you pick up? Do you pick up the left knocker or the right knocker?
Well, one each, I would say. We'll do it both at the same time.
Yeah, coordinated knock seems like quite right for the 2 clerics.
Doom, doom, doom. Big door, big knock. It opens. Yes, hello. Do you have an appointment? You see, you see. Sorry, I'll describe it quickly. A human, apparently some kind of butler figure, with a sort of black sort of tunic on top, with sort of black breeches that go up slightly below the knees. But yeah, a pair of sort of half moon spectacles, kind of hooked nose. Do you have an appointment to see Mr. Ainsley, or?
We do.
Right. I will go and let him know. Make a persuasion check, actually. Oh no, sorry, it's a deception check, isn't it? Because you're lying.
Oh no! Oh no!
You guys have that flyer. It's like a thing.
17. Not bad.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Give me a second, I'm eating my chocolate.
Really well. Oh, I'm so excited for y'all to steal that board. Legitimately, and not actually steal it, but borrow it.
Brüz leans in as well and says, we are certainly expected.
Okay, 17's good. With Brüz's help, I'll let you roll once more for advantage.
17.
Oh, okay, nice. Kind
Well,
of
now I've got 13, but 17 is the...
looks at you. His eyebrows furrow a little bit. Just wait here for a moment. I'll be back presently. Doubles away. 1 minute passes.
Is the door closed? Or is the door left ajar?
He closes the door. 1 minute passes. 2. Mr. Ainsley claims to not be expecting anyone until high noon, but he is interested in seeing you. Follow me. Kind of opens up the door. He leaves it open. Yeah.
Brüz lets Ella lead in and follows Ella.
Okay. It's obviously a nice house. It's large enough to require or employ the services of at least one sort of servant, but it's not as grand as obviously the grand halls that you've seen in the past of the temples and some of the other kind of more gaudy manor houses you might feel have multiple members of staff. It becomes apparent that this butler is the only one. He immediately turns right and leads you down a corridor. And standing there, obviously approaching from the other direction, is a human male. He kind of clasps his hands together as he sees you, goes, "Good morning. Bartholomew's description led me to suspect you wouldn't happen to be clerics, would you?"
That is correct.
No.
We are. Oh, I am Ella, and this is Brüz. We have come to heal your daughter.
My name is Meph, M-E-P-H, Ainsley. And this is my servant and my confidant, Bart.
Lovely to meet you.
Bart? Yes, a pleasure.
I don't know if you maybe heard, but my daughter is very, very unwell, and the folks at the temple aren't apparently aren't equipped to help us. Would it be possible to request your help?
That's why we're here.
Right.
For that exact purpose.
Well, oh, fantastic. Great. Well, why don't you follow me? He takes you down the corridor, opens a door on the left-hand side, and yeah, it opens, and a bedroom is inside. A single bed, a large sort of ornate, sort of almost blackwood armoire on the right that doesn't look like it's seen much use. You guys have seen the memes. You guys see kind of tucked into the bed very tightly and very, very still, very young, very pale human girl, a child. And yeah, she's very... There's a sheen of sweat over her face. There's a sort of white towel that's kind of like draped over her forehead. Ainsley kind of walks over and kind of like puts his raises up the towel, puts his hand on the forehead, says, "The temperature's not going down. I don't know what training that you might have, what healing you might be able to employ, but she's had a fever for days, and it's intense. As you look at her, you do notice that her eyelids, although closed, are flickering open and closed, and she's clearly in the midst of quite an intense fever."
Brüz turns to Ella and just casts guidance, puts hand on the shoulder and goes, "I am here to help you, as you are definitely the better choice for healing now."
Oh.
And yeah, it gives you guidance, so...
Thank you. Get my little D4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will look over the girl.
Okay. Make a medicine check.
Medicine check. Ooh, +5. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Boom!
So
plus,
yeah.
Plus 1d4? Did you use your 1d4?
So that'd be 21 plus my 5, 26, baby!
You look over the body, and actually, as you do, you kind of remove the towel and put the hand on the forehead, and you just instinctually just hand out the towel to the guy, the man behind you says, and you just hear yourself saying, "This needs to be replaced with something cooler," and he's just kind of like taken aback a little bit. Turns to the manservant. "Well, Bart, you heard the man. Get some colder water."
Man?
The man?
Sorry. You heard the gnome. Sorry,
You heard the gnome.
Freudian slip. Anyway, yeah.
Genderless.
Yeah. He comes back with a bucket of colder water and yeah, soaks in the towel and replaces it on the head, and immediately the eyelid flickering kind of lessens in intensity. As you continue, while this is happening, you're continuing the inspection. You kind of feel the kind of wrist. The pulse is there, but it's weak. You inspect the body. There is no wound on this girl. There is no cut. There is no incision. There's no evidence of anything other than an illness, which immediately leads you to think, okay, healing word, cure wounds, this won't work. That's about closing incisions. That's what those spells are about, and damage of that nature. You know, this is an illness. This is something that's going to require a restoration spell. That you are definitely sure of as you inspect this girl.
Marvellous. Well, as I come to that conclusion, I will cast Lesser Resurrection.
Resurrection.
Not Resurrection. Apologies.
She's not dead yet.
She's not dead yet.
You cast the spell, and then Jesus appears. No, I'm kidding. You
cast a spell, and the
And
cat
Jesus says
comes out
that's the
front of the
wrong
bed.
spell.
Oh, that's where Spot's been.
Yeah. So you cast Lesser Restoration, and yeah, immediately the some color returns to the girl's cheeks. She's still sleeping, but the flickering of the eyelids completely stops. And then she goes from just being almost in the grip of something intense as the intensity lessens and lessens, and then it simply looks like she is a young girl in the midst of a peaceful sleep, albeit a little bit warm. Maybe just because of how many sheets there are on the bed. And you immediately know in your mind, she's going to be okay. Might be worth taking a couple of these sheets off so that, she can regulate her temperature. Yep.
I turn to the guy. I can't remember his name.
Oh, Ainsley.
Murph.
Meth. My name's Meth. Meth Ainsley. Thank you so much. I was starting to fear the worst.
She'll be okay. She'll be okay now. Just maybe take a few blankets off, otherwise you'll cook her.
Right, of course.
Nobody likes a cooked child. And just keep her cold flannel on her head just for a few moments, just to help cool her down a bit.
Of course. Bart, go grab. In my study, there's a small light redwood chest. Go pick it up and bring it in here. Yes, of course. Anything. And again, if I may say, thank you for helping the family. His attitude towards you has clearly dramatically changed as you've clearly done them such a service. He was suspicious of you. Now he is not. He returns a moment later with the chest. Yeah, you had something?
May I ask, Meth?
Yes.
When you went to did you go to the temple with your daughter?
Well, not with her. She was too unwell. I went to the temple beseeching them to help.
And what did they say?
They fetched the high priest, and he said that he had urgent matters to attend to, involving. He didn't really give too much away. He seemed. Yes, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed because he seemed distracted, focused on something else. And if someone from the a cleric temple wasn't interested in healing a child, I'm not sure what they're there for.
Was that Novaste, was it?
The high priest, yes, Cheryl Novaste, that's right.
Yes. Just to let you know, I've been sent in to make sure that he picks up his act or gets out of the way. We apologize that he was not a shining light of the establishment to which he represents.
Well, I must say, that's very encouraging, and much more importantly, my daughter's all right. He kind of puts his hand on her shoulder as she lies in the bed. I truly am very grateful to both of you. Thank you. At this point, the servant returns. He takes the chest from him. I don't know what use you'd have for the chest, but the gold inside and the chest are yours, if you so desire it.
Would you like a chest, Brüz? What we can make use of it.
It seems very well made. I like the color.
Oh.
It would be easier than emptying out all the things into pockets.
That's true, yeah.
I figured as much. You might be careful. It's a touch heavy.
Oh, Brüz
No,
is really
we'll be fine. I'll manage.
He kind of heaves it. He heaves it into your arms, and you feel the weight of 1,200 gold pieces.
Brüz does the thing where it drops almost all the way to the floor, like he can't hold it, but then catches it just at the last minute, holds with a rather strained look in his face, and then smiles and stands up straight. Like, what? Oh no, it's okay.
I'm sorry. I was obviously these have been anxious days. I didn't grasp your name. He's looking at you, Brüz.
Brüz is my name.
Brüz.
Given to me by my mother. Yes.
Ah, yeah. I hear that names tend to. Looks at you, Ella. What's your name? Ella. He kind of outstretches his hand for you to take.
She shakes his hand.
Takes a hand, holds it upwards, and places his other hand on top. Sincerely, thank you.
You're most welcome.
I hope the gold goes some way, but it's a debt I can never truly repay.
No, we appreciate it. Thank you. This will definitely help us. But also, I am glad that we managed to help your daughter. Because at the end of the day, that's what we do. Hey, if anything else happens, just ask for me. My surname's Eckleberry. I might not be around for much longer in Farinloth.
Okay.
But if anything does happen to your family, just ask for Orla Eckleberry.
Orla Eckleberry. The name Eckleberry rings a bell. Although I don't recognize you. It doesn't matter. I mean, I'm so grateful for your help, and yeah, you are a credit to your family, and obviously to Helm. I suppose Helm bless you. I'm not sure how this works, but yeah.
Don't worry, it's fine.
He kind of politely escorts you to the entry hall again, and yeah. Ainsley House will always be open to you should you need a meal or yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Bart will certainly take you at the door and offer you any refreshment you should desire. But yes, I suppose I should get to removing those blankets. Thank you again.
No worries.
Cool.
Not a trouble.
So
have a good day.
And you. Cool. So you guys leave 1,200 gold pieces more wealthy, and with the good deed of having helped a pretty unwell girl. Cool. So by this point, you guys have gathered your components. We'll say, the apothecary is occupied by an old lady named. Bear with me. Angela. She kind of welcomes all of you in with wide eyes and a kind of big old grin, and she sees the kind of small satchels. She recognizes adventurers from a mile off. She does a lot of business with them, and yeah, she offers the following amounts of gold for the reagents that you have found. For Yell, she offers 500 gold pieces because it's high quality stuff that you found, and it's stuff that she's going to be able to make so many potions from. She'll definitely make a markup. Okay.
Sweet.
Now, Kyro, have you decided whether or not you want to keep the poisonous reagents or whether you want to sell them?
I'll probably keep the poisonous reagents. He's going to Nuru, since she found some sort of look-alike plant that could be a poisonous. He's going to suggest to her if she could.
Oh, I was doing that for flavor.
Yeah, but if it happened, then I'm going to use it for benefit.
Go for it.
Well, I mean, is it poisonous?
The thing I'm asking is, he's going to suggest that she goes up and asks for like a book on look-alike poisonous plants or something. See if she can find something like that here.
Yeah, true.
Because that would be good for me to have.
Yeah, okay, so she basically tossed away the plant because
Why?
she...
No, don't do that.
What?
Keep it.
Oh, fine. she pulled up the plant by the roots to keep the bulb and everything, and she's going to try to, I don't know, ask around at random apothecaries and be like, "Is this belladonna or is it?" Yeah.
No, I meant like we're going to an apothecary.
Okay, so
while
maybe
we're there,
buy a book about like.
See if they have a book about it.
Something.
Yeah, see if they have a book about poisonous plants. It'd be weird if I bought one.
Okay. Okay, she will buy a book about poisonous plants.
Okay.
I'll say for the sake of argument that she'll have plenty of like notes and bits and pieces that she's able to cobble together a kind of journal, less of bound formal book, more than just like a series of notes that she's keen to share to anybody that's interested and is willing to kind of buy them off of her for a price of 10 gold pieces, just because of the
That's totally fine.
Okay. So that would be
then
10.
I'll just I'll just add field notes.
Yeah, effectively, yeah, they're field notes on all manner of plants, really. Some of which are poisonous, some of which are the kinds that you actually recognize from having picked up in the woods. Yeah. Are you going to sell the sort of reed stalk sort of reagent?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm also selling the magic reeds.
Yeah. She'll buy them off of you for 300. So
able to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Effectively, you're earning 290 and the field notes. Sorry, Kyro, carry on.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry. I was interrupting you, I think.
No, is there anything you want?
In addition to the what was it? The poisonous plants, was I able to pick up ones to sell?
Oh, I'd say the big ones that you were able to find were the poisonous leaves. I'd say in addition to that, you might be able to sell 50 gold's worth of additional bits and pieces that you picked up on along the way. So okay. I'll give you 50 gold pieces for extra bits and pieces. Yeah, it was a 20, wasn't it? So you deserve that. You deserve some money. Cool.
Using these field notes, can I tell if the plant I dug up was good or not?
Make an investigation check as you check the notes.
Okay.
We also each get paid 200, right?
200 is the base rate, and then you can earn more or less depending on basically how the nature check goes. So that's already been accounted for in what you've been given.
Okay, I rolled a 7.
A 7? You feel like you're probably going to have to spend some time reading through this because Angela's handwriting is sort of wispy, and yeah, you're going to have to spend some time unpicking it all, perhaps in a quieter space, perhaps in an evening or something when you're less sort of moving around. Okay. If anyone has any other business at the apothecary, now is the time.
Do I still get 200 gold even though I did not get much?
She helped. She was with me. I give her some plants to turn in.
She looks at the plants and she looks at you too.
It was so helpful.
Well, when you've been in this business as long as me, you know that gold isn't as important as making friends. I'd like you to make a persuasion check with advantage, Kyro.
Okay. I'll do that.
Huh.
Yay for advantage. It's a dirty 20.
What the hell? I never really wanted much retirement anyway. She
oh my god!
grabs out a sack that contains 200 gold pieces and just pushes it over to the both of you. I mean, what I mean by that is I love my work so much that I'm just happy to keep going.
Okay.
Is there anything else I can do for you while you're here?
I mean, I'll look around for reagents that. Well, actually,
Brüz potions already. Potions of healing.
Yes, plenty of potions of healing. I mean, in a couple of weeks I'll have plenty more, thanks to you. But yeah, a general healing potion is 50 gold pieces each. And then the stronger ones are more expensive based on the Google search that I'm about to do.
How about 2 of the regular healing potions for 75?
Your passive persuasion is too damn high. She says yes.
Are there pieces of what one would consider a herbalism kit or what have you?
Sorry, a what kit? I didn't hear that.
Like an herbalism kit,
Herbalism.
which many of the components are similar to a poisoner's kit. So
she'll be able to sell you a herbalism kit. She'll be able to pick up the pieces and put that all together. Wait for it. Yeah, 5 gold pieces for that. It's really not particularly. Yeah. She does. Obviously, there are different sort of vials of more intense healing potions than the general ones. No. Okay. Let me know. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go for it.
When there's a good time, I was gonna have a conversation with Eirys and Kyro while they were in the woods.
Yeah, sure. That can happen. Crack on.
Okay. So is she like not hallucinating now? Because that would probably be.
Yeah, this will either be before or after I had a trip.
Maybe while you guys were walking back to town or something.
Yeah. So yeah, don't. That's the first thing when you're working with poisonous things. Don't touch them with your bare hands or touch your eyes, or really you want to try to do as little touching as possible of anything.
I'm used to dealing with poisons. I've just never seen it in plant form. I mean,
yeah.
I was in a city. There weren't many plants. The old tree, maybe.
You know, that's fair. Explains a lot.
I assumed it was when they, like, refined it or something, it became toxic.
No. The wilderness is brutal.
Yeah. It's like Nietzsche's syndicate.
It's actually not like that at all. But
I don't know, I mean, there were trees literally chasing us, trying to kill us the other day.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's definitely a different vibe. Like, syndicate people have knives and shit, and trees are just sort of made out of wood.
And toxic.
Wood's way easier to burn than people are.
I mean, I've arguably...
People are, like, full of water.
Keep it light.
And blood.
You'd be surprised.
Oh.
Hey, I'm hungry. Do something?
What? I mean, I have snacks.
Cool.
Are you hungry?
Yes.
He hands you a snack.
Takes it and eats jerky or something.
Yeah. It's mostly jerky.
It's at this point that you realise it's actually the fire bread. I'm kidding.
No, he would not hand that to anyone.
Is this like a plant thing? It's like, I feel like I got like heartburn or something, but also just very hungry.
Actually, no, they're like dried mushrooms with like this paste on them. It makes them spicier than just red. Mushrooms don't taste like much.
No, I meant before eating this. Ever since I touched that plant, I just feel weird.
Poison does that to you. It makes you feel all kinds of things. There are so many kinds of poisons.
I would feel bad for doing this to people in the past, but I don't. But now I know what they went through, so that's cool.
Yeah. Sometimes it makes you better at poisoning people when you've been poisoned yourself.
I'll hit him in like the gut afterwards, just to really
I mean, generally, either you're going for a particular kind of effect to incapacitate somebody, or you're going to be killing them right after, so, I mean, there are poisons that just knock people out and make you feel sick for a while.
Yes. Yeah, I've seen that.
Those are great if you're trying to capture someone. But yeah. Usually you're just going to, like, kill or incapacitate, so. He shrugs.
Shrug.
Speaking of last night, you were, sort of freaked out when I came into the room.
Remind me, I feel like it was a long time ago. Again,
Out of character,
was
just referring to when he walked into the room, she, like, jumped up and thought it was an assassin, essentially.
Oh, yeah, because it was him, Arthrin, and... Yeah, okay, I'm back there. Yeah. Oh, wait, I suddenly remember. Yeah,
I blocked it out.
Knee-jerk reaction.
Okay. I just, figured I'd ask, because I don't want to be coming into your room when you don't expect me to be.
No, that's cool. I mean, I do throw knives at people sometimes. That's a given. But, take it or leave it.
Next time I'll just not worry about going around the perimeter and I'll just get straight there.
Yeah, sure.
That way it won't be weird. Okay, that's basically the conversation.
Okay, sick. So you guys have done a few little bits and pieces. You've healed a ill young child and got paid for it. You've found reagents and sold them to the apothecary. It's probably early afternoon by the time that you guys all touch base back in the center of town.
Eirys was going to do
it's
the
going to
music.
take a bit longer.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Right.
Eirys is going to go to the music lesson, and I assume Yell wanted to do the music lesson thing too?
I can do the music lesson thing too.
Either Eirys will go on her own, or if Yell wants to go too, she'll go with.
I'll go with.
Yeah,
that sounds like fun.
Okay. Gonna go to the music lesson?
Okay, music lesson as well.
Why not?
Before stores close, though, Yell will want to pop in and grab some rope and...
Markers.
Yeah.
So the whole board thing, I think, is probably a sensible...
The board is going to be later, but...
Okay.
Just before shops close, due to this early afternoon.
Yeah. I mean...
The paper and the...
While you're close to the center of town, you're able to pick up those bits and pieces for 2 gold pieces. You can add that to your inventory.
Eirys is just going to be standing there grinning at you coyly.
What?
I see. So you're buying rope, and you and Ella had plans.
I will let you know now. It's not that kind of rope. Way too weak.
Actually, can I see the rope?
He's a gnome, so...
Can I see the rope?
Ella, where's your boat?
It's literally a piece of string. Here it's...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not.
This is more of a garrote than
keep
anything.
rope.
Oh, that's not rope.
Basically a kitten. Like, that's all you need.
You can't. No, Eirys.
Eirys.
No. You can't use string in lieu of rope.
This is becoming one of those Dungeons and Dragons sessions.
It's the other type of dungeon.
Yeah, you can't use
Oh no!
You can't use strength for things like that would chafe like really bad.
Thank you, Deanna.
Also, what did you think the ink was for?
I don't know what freaky shit you're into.
That's true.
She's just doing like grocery shopping.
Oh,
Yes.
no.
Him and Ella has plans tonight, and he's buying rope or string.
Just because you buy things before having sex doesn't mean you're going to use the things while having sex.
Did we have any other use for string?
I don't know.
Tying things.
He's creative. He does
I'm
art.
not going to judge. I'm just saying.
What are you using the ink and the string for, yo?
If you were to tie string
get along very well,
to string,
and then...
you could make ropes.
It's for an art project.
See, it's art.
Art project. I think it's exciting. I think it's great. I
love
creativity should be encouraged in all people.
Absolutely. You go, Yell. You go, Yell. You go with my blessing.
Right.
Take me a string picture, whatever.
I just remembered that was the stationery cupboard I could have got all this from.
So,
I have avoided all of these questions.
So,
well, gotta make sure I double up on that string and ink.
So, who wants to go to Stevie Nicks' house?
Yep.
I have no idea why he's
on
going
his own.
here, but it's happening.
You definitely went to like your brother's like music recitals in the past.
He knows of music, yes.
Mm-hmm. So you make your way over to oh, excuse me. You make your way over to 75 Leighton Avenue. Sorry, can I just get a confirm on who is actually going for the music thing? 1, 2, 3, magic. Well done, everybody. This is super fun. I know it's nothing. It's a whole load of nothing, but I'm having such fun. Thank you so much.
Sometimes nothing is something.
Absolutely. I've learned that from a dear friend of mine. Cool. You guys knock on the door. This one is far, far more sort of run down. This is at the bottom of the hill amongst where the houses are kind of more haphazard. Actually, as you're approaching the house, you do hear the kind of like echoing through the walls, the ramshackle wooden panels.
Sounds like music.
It's music in that it is a number of sounds that are being generated by some kind of instrument / device.
Does it even sound in tune?
The lute is definitely out of tune. It's attempting. I mean, Yale recognizes it as a terribly out of tune lute, but it's attempting to play.
Smoke on water.
It's the equivalent of the Smoke on the Water is
Stairway.
The song that is the kind of equivalent to Smoke on the Water is the Mariner's Charm. Mariner's Charm is the one that everybody tries when they go into the loot store, and you know they yeah.
That's the riff you put on the loot just to see how it goes.
Like the people who run the loot store in Farinloth are just like
hate that song
every time they hear it. But yeah, it's the worst rendition you've ever heard. It sounds worse than bad, as if this child is deliberately just trying to be loud. In fact, Eirys, you probably picked this up. Just like it's obnoxiously loud. You knock on the door, it opens, and you do see a half-elf male, sort of slender of face, sort of popped up ears around the back, sort of a mat of short, sort of brown hair. And yeah, just an exasperated bags under the eyes, just like exhausted look on the face, just like, yeah, sorry, can I help you?
Something about lute lessons.
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah, cool, yeah, do come in. I wasn't expecting a full band, but yeah, why not? He kind of beckons to you to come into what is a pretty small open space. There's something that looks like a food preparation area on the far side, something that resembles sort of like a long sort of bench, a rug, and a door which is shut with a large sort of painting on it, a really just basic and decrepit painting done by hand with not much artistic integrity of a skull and crossbones on the door. And through that, you can practically see the door vibrating from the strumming of the lute that's on the other side of the room. The half-elf male trumps across, goes, "My name's John. Just bear with me. I'm just going to get the little ball of fun." Hey! Sorry, I need to check the name. Hey, Stevie! Come on out! What is it? The door opens and, yep, half-elf, sort of teenage girl kind of vibe going on. Sort of long, sort of blonde hair, kind of in curls at the ends. And, yeah, just a real sort of, like, anti-authoritarian kind of expression on her face. Thick sort of black eye makeup around the middle. Just like, oh God, what is it? Can't you see that I'm working on my next song? Right, okay, so...
It would help if your lute was in tune.
He kind of turns to you gently, just like... that didn't help. And you see her scowl, just goes, I know what I'm doing! God.
Oh, really? And I'm going to pull out my lute and play what she was attempting to do, but in tune.
Mariner's Charm. What's your passive performance, bud? Is it 20?
20.
No roll necessary. You knock it out of the park.
Congratulations, you're just dunking on a child.
Can I ask what this song sounds like? Because I don't know.
I mean...
Like smoke on the water.
It's like a cultural sort of, everybody knows it in the same way that everybody knows Smoke on the Water, but Yell is adding lots of extra sort of like picky bits for nickety bits in the middle, and between every chord is just a little trill to add flavor to it and an individualistic sort of spark that totally screams Yell. And yeah,
I'll just look it up on YouTube.
For sure. Yeah.
It's possible I have never heard it.
You have.
But yeah, the whole solo sequence in that song is just like your fingers are flying across the fretboard, and as you finish, you kind of strum and let it ring, holding this instrument forward, and then you look up and you see that her eyes are just open and her mouth is just like ajar. She can't believe what she's seen. She's like, holy shit, Dad! Who are these people? He's like looking as well, just like, well, I know how much you love your music, so I got some friends here to show you some stuff. She's like,
we're not your dad's friends.
He looks around again. Everything these people are saying is making my life worse. Yeah. She kind of goes, huh? I mean, not my friends per se, but you know, I'm got some music tuition for you if you'd be interested. Hey, you know, Dad, like you're super lame, but like if I could learn anything from this guy, then yeah, totally. Cool. He kind of like smiles. He goes, well, all right. I'll tell you what. I'll go down to the store because I need to pick up some bits and pieces. Why don't you guys have half an hour and see how you feel? And thank you. Kind of gently backs away as if he's scared that anything that he does is gonna, you know, ruin the fact that his daughter is interested in something.
It's true.
Cool. So it's the three of you in this open space. There's a bench, a couple of chairs, and a rug. Not really many bits and pieces in here. Certainly nothing of huge value. She kind of like goes back into her room, comes out with the lute, sits on one of the chairs, and goes, "Okay, so like the whole like midsection, like how do you do that?"
We can get there. First, let's tune the lute. Okay.
What? How am I going to do this? Effectively, why don't you make a... How does one tutor someone in Dungeons and Dragons?
Well,
probably.
I believe the student needs to use their intelligence for learning. Probably.
Yeah.
And maybe the teacher might need to use their
charisma.
Or
their charisma. So why don't you do 2 checks for me, Yell? Why don't you make... Yeah, sure. With the assistance of the others, you can get advantage on these rolls. A performance in terms of how you're handling this instrument, just to make sure that you are passing on the right...
music lessons once. I know how it goes.
Good enough. Good enough for the help action. And then persuasion check for obviously communicating in a way that resonates with her and yeah. Tell me how those rolls go.
So it was advantage for both, right?
Yeah. You're getting help from that.
Okay, good. Because that turns a 4 and a 5 to both 17s, which then both have +10, so 27 for both. 27 for both.
So she's going to get advantage on the general intelligence checks. Oh, bless her. She is really keen. Like, she's totally taken by your suave, debonair style. She loves the aesthetic. She asks, like, where you got your clothes from, as well as, like, just how you style yourself with the loot, where you got your loot from. She's really interested, almost to the point where she isn't so much focusing on the actual specifics of how to use the instrument. Just, like, she clearly wants to be popular for being a musician, but she hasn't quite connected the dots that she needs to actually put in effort and mental work and practice in order to develop the craft. You make some progress and you feel like you're doing about as good a job as potentially you can, but this is going to take some time. Suddenly, with a couple of minutes to go before John said he'd be back, she suddenly runs her hands across the fretboard and just produces several clean notes that actually sound pretty on point. It's a moment in this, like, half an hour, 40-minute long sort of tuition session, but it's something. And she suddenly looks up, just like, "Oh my god, that was so cool! Did you hear that?"
Yep.
"Oh my god, that's amazing!"
The importance of practice and having an internal.
Yeah, totally. Cool. Thanks, Mr. Yell.
Mr. Yell.
Is that how you introduced yourself?
Thanks, Mr. Kyro. Thanks, Miss Eirys. You're the best. The door opens. The door opens and John walks in with a wicker basket. There's like a couple of loaves of bread and some various vegetables in there. He's like, "Hey, I'm back. How's it all going? All good?"
Yeah. It's going great.
She kind of looks up, just goes like, "Dad, these people are so cool. I totally my sound's so good now." "Well, that's great. I'm so glad. Why don't you just head on in your room and practice for a few more minutes, and I'll pay these people." "Sure." She kind of gets up and runs into her room.
She's like 13. She sounds 13.
Yeah. He kind of goes,
and she's like, "I'm not a kid anymore, Dad."
Yep. Oh my god, that's literally every kid I teach. Anyway, he kind of like goes into another adjacent room and pulls out a satchel. He's like, "I don't have much in the way of coin. I offer you my gratitude. I can give you 50 gold pieces for today, and if you ever want to come back and do any top-up sessions, then that's fine. I know how you people tend to operate. You're probably not willing to, commit to anything else, but thank you." You receive...
I'm sure we can come along again.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll just give the 50 gold to Eirys. So he got 500 earlier from the apothecary.
Thank you, Mr. Yell. We're very professional with each other.
Yeah, I see that. That's nice. That's good. That's good to have a professional outlook. I mean, if this is if you're like a traveling troupe, I mean, you're into a good market here. I mean, I'm not the only guy who would pay for tuition. Just saying.
Really?
Oh no, there's a market for this for sure. Yeah, I was just saying to my friend Bill down at the farm. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure you must be busy, but thank you so much for your time.
No worries, and tell her to keep practicing. She'll get it.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. You guys head along your way. Not that much richer, but perhaps richer for the experience. You guys meet up back in the center of town.
I got to listen to bad music for a half hour. Pretty good.
Well, like your brother learned how to play the violin at one point, so
it was better than that.
I guarantee it was better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have started her off on Eyes Warm or something.
Wait, what?
It's a song that's popular around these parts. Called Eyes Warm, Eyes Wide or something.
She's not there yet. That's a lot of finger picking.
Good point. Easy chords, though.
She needs to learn chords first.
True.
Not power chords, they don't count.
That's so mean.
Eyes Warm, Eyes Wide. I can't believe the reference. I just got it. I just got it.
Never get it.
It's one the Critical Role fans will get. Yeah. Cool. So you guys have the rest of the day. It's up to you how you choose to do it. I know that your guys are keen to kind of get to the bandits potentially. You guys want?
I've got a whiteboard heist.
Whiteboard heist. I guess you could try and sneak away and get that done, and then do the Cheryl Navaste homestead raid, and then call it a night. It's up to you guys. I mean, we've been going for a couple of hours now.
Probably not gonna with the Cheryl thing. Maybe today.
Okay.
We should do it though.
Yeah. So,
I want to have that be the last thing to do.
That day one, I was thinking more of a daytime heist.
Yeah, that's something we do right before we leave.
Him be at the temple during the day.
Yeah. So you'd rather do it during the day as opposed to during the night?
Well,
Eirys would challenge that.
Brüz was going to offer that as one of the suggestions.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, what's the suggestion?
In that.
So the suggestion is, what time of day do you want to go to the temple to steal from the corrupt high priest? Arthrin will kind of venture that the nighttime will probably provide more cover.
Eirys
I guess.
Yeah. But also he'll probably be asleep in his house.
Don't wake him up. Easy.
Yeah.
Don't wake Dad.
Make sure he doesn't have any alarms set up or whatever.
Okay. So let's bring it to land tonight then with a little trip from our favourite Tiefling Bardbarian. You approach the entrance as everybody else is chowing down on lunch/dinner. Linner. Let's call it Linner.
Linner.
Skipping Linner?
I don't know. I'm making this up as I go. Anyway, yeah. You make your way to the front of the Arcanum Academy. There are a few pupils making their way here and there. It seems like lectures for the day have probably finished maybe an hour ago, or something like that. So it's fairly empty. But there are still members of the faculty kind of mooching around. A few seem to be sort of in their lecture halls at the front, sort of scribbling on pieces of paper as you glance in through the open doors, propped open by chunks of wood wedged in between the doors and the floors. Yeah, it's a curious combination of sort of old architecture, sort of spires, not entirely dissimilar to the temple, but devoted to the study of the arcane as opposed to the divine. And a number of rooms seem to be in various states of either disrepair or reconstruction. There's one particular room, second on the right as you walk in, that just seems to be, instead of sort of visible walls, just piles of books, not even on shelves, just piles of various books. And someone that's either a very short dwarf or a very tall gnome in there sort of like scribbling away. So engrossed in his work that even as you stand in the door and kind of look around, he doesn't look up. What would you like to do?
I guess I'll knock on the door.
You do so. You do.
Hi there. I'm looking for Roswin Ickleberry.
Roswin. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay. He kind of reaches over, pulls on a pair of spectacles. They cover about 90% of his face, and as he looks up, his eyes are magnified to occupy the entire glasses. Yes, I think she went to the dining hall. Just wait. Shuffles over to you, kind of. Follow me, follow me. What? Who do you say was it a visit? Who are you visiting? Who are you visiting?
Roswin Ickleberry.
Roswin. Yes. And you is it a social call? Who are you?
I'm a friend of her granddaughter's, and her granddaughter's asked me a favor to go deliver a message and ask her to borrow something of Roswin's. Is all.
Your passive persuasion is enough. Yeah, well, right as well. He's just murmuring to himself as he walks along, and you just kind of walk behind, and he doesn't seem to be directing his comments towards you. He doesn't seem to be directing his comments towards anyone. He's just gently murmuring. Oh, yes. Prestidigitation, so many uses. It's so good. And, yeah, by the time that you reach the dining hall.
If I know the spells that he's talking about, I will cast them.
Do you know prestidigitation?
I know prestidigitation.
What do you do with prestidigitation?
I'm going to make a shower of sparks appear from my hands as we're walking along. Even if he doesn't turn around to notice, just to entertain myself.
He kind of like waves his hands around, and as he does, like you generate the sparks that fly from his hands. He kind of like just keeps on going. He doesn't realize what's happening. He doesn't realize when his ears turn green. It's just mad. You reach a large sort of lengthy chamber that branches at 90 degrees to the main sort of corridor through this chamber, to this entryway, I guess, entrance hall. Long tables, 1, 2, 3 of them, lead all the way through to the far side, a dais that's raised, and on the right-hand side, on the inside wall, you can see just the biggest painting just covering the entire wall. It's absolutely huge. Just maybe hundreds of figures on this painting of various sort of colourful dress, a throne in the middle on which sits a king, large crown, scepter, and an open book in his left hand. On the left-hand wall, you can see all manner of windows through which is streaming light, and you feel like the sun isn't actually shining from that angle. This is the wrong time of day for this. It's just continually streaming a light in from the left to the right of the room.
Neat.
Yeah. And then as you indeed, we should have brought Brüz. Oh my god, I just saw that. As you kind of step in, there are a number of members of the faculty. You get the sense that this gets more occupied during a formal dinner time, but this isn't that time. And you do see about halfway down on the long table on the left is sat an elderly gnome. Have you met Rosalind?
We met before.
Yeah, Zoe.
Which one's Grammy?
Is this Grammy or is this the other one?
No, this is Grandma.
Grandma.
So this is Dad's mum.
Okay. Yeah.
So
that wasn't the one that Yell's already charmed before.
No. He's charmed Grammy. He's met Grammy. He needs to charm Grandma now.
She's quietly dining. Well, Roswin looks up, just like, hello, Eirys. How can I help? Well, a friend of your niece's is here to see you, and
granddaughter.
Gesundheit. Anyway, there's someone here. You know the uses. Even though it is a cantrip, even though we teach it to children.
Sparked over his face.
So She goes, "Thank you, Icarus. Why don't you go back to your paper on levitation?"
Oh, yes. I just, I was just thinking about that.
And turns and goes away, leaving you and Rosalind Ickleberry. She turns on from the table. So you know Ella?
Yes, I am very good friends with Ella, actually, and she's asked me to come speak with you because she does have a request, and it's going to be a bit of a strange one. This was her idea. I'm laying this out there now.
Go on.
We need to do some planning.
Go.
We need some planning, and as you work in the university and you have a board on wheels, she was wondering if we could borrow your board for the evening. And some string and ink. Because we got some planning to do.
What did you say your name was?
My name is Yell.
It's such an outlandish thing, but somehow it does...
Perfectly lines up with Ella?
Yes. Make a persuasion check.
Yay.
25.
You know... She smiles broadly. Oh. What the hell? I finished anyway. She kind of pushes the plate into the center of the table. It levitates. And disappears. She kind of steps up.
That was neat.
Oh, you mean the... I suppose... I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things about... as she walks, she talks. There's a lot of things about this place that are awfully... yeah, awfully neat, I guess. I suppose the young ones would describe it as cool. You know, the architecture, the daily band parade, the self-serving and self-cleaning dining facilities. You've been here for as long as I have, and you start taking it for granted. Anyway, she leads you down further into the entryway that you were in before, and into her own study space. I actually don't use this anymore. She kind of raises she opens her spell book, raises her hand, and from sort of one of the panels of walls there just goes and moves, and you see something akin to a little storage facility, and there's all manner of bits there. There's a board that's kind of hung against the wall on one side. She waves her hand, and it picks itself up and levitates towards where you are, lowest to the ground. This is actually very special. That when I was here for the first time all those years ago, I was using this, but now she indicates to the wall behind, which has been just basically completely plastered with a paint that makes it good for writing on with chalk. We tend to go more freeform these days. It's supposed to aid the learning process, you know, the retention. But this smaller thing is something I'm happy for you to have. And if you need any other bits and pieces, you know, quills, inks, it's all in this unit here.
Oh, that would be most helpful. Thank you. He's going to grab some more string, quills, ink.
Yep.
Just so he's got more.
She smiles as she sees you do it, and she folds her arms, goes, you know, maybe there's something to be said for going back into the more traditional methods, you know.
Oh, for sure. Everybody learns differently. Yell's going to have a quick look at the writings on the big boards.
Make a perception check.
Is there like any equations or anything unfinished? Natural 20.
Oh hell!
So 22.
What a question.
Because I just want to be like, even if it's nonsense, just be like, try and give an answer to the missing equations.
Bear with me.
Cool, don't forget the paper. Cool.
Oh yeah. Paper, quill,
yeah,
ink,
you're able
string.
You're able to
get everything we need.
You're able to pick up that.
It's everything you could possibly want.
Let's have a look. There's an equation and a little diagram of a sort of shell surrounding like a stick figure, and loads of notes around a rune that I don't know. How much does Yell know about the schools of magic? Little bits.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say would that
He's not completely inept to it, but he's not completely read up on it either.
I'll say that you definitely recognise the sign of the School of Abjuration with that nat 20. And, yeah, you're able to... you're able to figure out, like, that this is a shell that's supposed to protect and supposed to prevent, like, any creature from sort of reaching through it.
Sanctuary.
Anti-life shell specifically, but you get the sense that there's a series of like components to it that are being sort of like words of incantation and stuff that are being written out, and there's like a blank at the end left as if to say what is next in this process. You don't necessarily know the end of the process, but you're able to tell that it's an anti-life shell spell.
Try Goodwill Hunting this so bad.
Just the way that she's looking at you, you get the sense that she's sort of amused by you, maybe not necessarily thinking that you're all that cerebral. She might be impressed if you correctly identified the spell on the board.
It's a nice anti-life spell you got there.
Colour me impressed. I wasn't expecting a fellow student of the arcane. I mean, how long have you been studying?
It's more on and off. I got taught various things when I was younger, and once my parents passed on, the person that looked after me after that.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad in some way that you found the company of my granddaughter. She's quite the ball of energy, and always.
Oh, she is. She's great.
Yeah.
We definitely get into some mischief with our friends together, and this will be part of it. But this is for the planning of the mischief.
In that case, go with my blessing.
Thank you very much.
So, having picked up the string, having picked up the pins and the paper and the ink
and everything,
you roll the board out, and as you roll it, she kind of waves her hand, and it just rises a couple of inches off the ground, and she says, "That'll last for about 10 minutes. Make them count."
Oh, thank you very much. I'm going to use that to get through as many stairs as possible.
Yeah. I mean, this sort of central passageway has a few stairs generally going up, so you're able to guide it down those steps. And then at the front entrance, as you go out of the exit, there's a little bit of a stairway, maybe 10 or 15 or so, heading out onto the main road. Obviously, once you're on the main road, it's fine.
At that point,
nobody interrupts the journey.
I can make a small symbol appear on it for an hour. I'm going to make a horse appear on the board for an hour.
So you are generating the image of a horse.
I'm going to get a bit of string, pin it to where the horse would have reins, and pull it along like it's a horse.
You do so.
Oh, I hope we can just do this for the rest of the campaign.
And as you do, the looks that you get from the passing civilians.
It's performance art.
It is. Your passive performance is such that you actually.
Her name's Chalky.
Everything you do is performance art.
Oh, and there's like a passing sort of maybe housewife or something, again with a basket of some kind of fresh produce from the market, and as you kind of say, "It's Chalky," she goes, "Oh, all right." Totally, yes, willing to accept
again
it.
to make like a horse neigh to Winnie.
takes the hand of her young daughter and hurries down the street.
The kid loves it.
Who's that man, Mom? Don't look at him, honey.
Keep walking, keep walking.
The perfect stealth.
You have the entrance of the tavern ahead of you. Everybody is inside. I would like you to roll stealth with disadvantage because you have a fucking giant board to try and get to your room without your companion seeing.
I mean, let's ask him. Are you trying?
Oh God.
Are you even trying?
It's.
Oh no! What did you get?
Natural one. Yeah.
Oh no!
So.
I forget I'm meant to be going stealthy. Just kick open the bar.
Yeah.
Leading my.
You're so into the performance.
I'm back, bitches.
Everything is so quiet in the tavern.
Did you miss me?
It's like there's a Wild West tavern, so the music stops playing.
Yeah,
Everyone just stands.
Yeah. And it's just yelled, carrying a giant board, just like dung dung dung. Yeah, but like you guys are having like just a early evening sort of tipple. Arthrin is there. He's like just like putting his finger in his drink, just like drawing circles in the mead. He's like, "Hey, has anyone seen Yell?" And he appears, and yeah, everyone looks up, and you have board and satchel full of like pins and string and stuff, and you look up.
And I've got reins made out of string and pin.
Yeah.
On the board that has a chalk horse on it.
Awesome.
Yeah. That is what you guys see. Carry on.
This is part of the reason I needed the string and chalk and ink. Just carry on walking up the stairs. And I just get
It's just like, that's art.
Yeah.
It's so strange that Nuru won't ask any questions. She'll just keep knitting.
Yep.
I don't think it's strange at all. This makes perfect sense for him.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I mean, by
It's just a normal day.
It's just a regular day for you.
by prior precedent. Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry, TheSwiss, can you say that again? I can't hear you.
I was just saying, I was imagining as the whiteboard, the blackboard, or whatever it was, went up the stairs, that because of the horse drawn on it, it really kind of had that sort of cryptic kind of motion to it.
Hey, I'll catch. Kyro's gonna throw a silver piece at you.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Dex save.
Yeah, because
Plus 4, that becomes 8.
8. You try and grab it, but you fluster and it clatters into the horsey board, and yeah. ding,
Damn.
ding down the stairs.
Bounced right off of you, huh?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to be throwing a silver piece.
Take pride in your craft.
Appreciate it, Kira. Now, I need to get Chalky up here, up to the room for some rest. And go up the stairs with the board.
Yeah. Wow. So, as the evening draws in, you've had a productive day of lots of resource gathering, helping people, earning some extra coin, and you've earned 1,000 experience points each because I've had so much fun. You deserve it. But in terms of what happens next, I'm guessing next session you're either going to want to plan for going after bandits or figure out going to the temple to have a bit of a play at Cheryl Navaste's expense.
I've absolutely... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
I was just going to say, I have absolutely no issues if the rest of the session is just yelling hella, doing whatever they're doing.
I was going to say, can we just give them the last
just
bit
let
of
them
time?
do everything.
All right.
I'm just going to say what I'm doing.
And we spend the start of
like
next session, we can start planning the...
Yeah.
I feel like we should first go after the bandits, and then after we come back, we have the heist, and then we skip town.
Well, we're gonna want to get stuff, but yeah, then we skip town.
Well, yeah.
I'm in.
All right.
In that order.
So, everyone, as Yell disappears up the stairs, and halfway up the stairs, the 10 minutes elapses, and it just goes onto the stairs. And Yell,
it's still floating.
Yeah, you just kind of,
ages ago.
yeah, you drag it up the stairs,
That's
and
an
it's
hour,
super awkward. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, Granny just lost concentration.
No,
it's either 10 minutes or an hour, so.
Yeah.
I
Everyone.
just figured it was a long walk.
Arthrin and I imagine several other people just kind of like turn around and look at Ella and wait.
Why would I?
Ella just kind of slinks down underneath the table, and then
Sarah has no idea why people are staring at Ella.
And then just tries to just subtly try to go upstairs.
Is that a sex thing?
Sorry.
As she sneaks past Brüz, he's just gonna like tap her on the shoulder and give her the blessing of the traveler, blessing of the trickster, so that she has advantage on stealth for the hour. I think it is.
I thought that was art. Is it sex?
If it is, it's weirder than anything I know about.
I mean, I think they're going to make it both.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting another drink.
I'm proud of
not to
them.
think
I'm
about what
genuinely.
people do.
Oh man, yes, it's bold. It's bold.
I mean, we've been living a rough time on the road, you know, life and death. And it's just nice that they can find that connection, like, in the middle of it all. I'm glad that this is brought them together.
I'm gonna go to my room now.
Don't disturb them. Just leave them to it.
Yeah.
What?
Just don't. Until tomorrow, just leave them alone.
Eirys, I love you, but that would be ridiculous for me to do.
Cool. Yeah.
Do you want me to show you how to make poison?
Yes.
I know how to make poison. She turns into a snake.
Well, like a giant
Joe
snake?
just grabs her. Not hard. He just grabs her off the floor and it's like,
she's a cobra.
Yeah, alright, this could be lesson 1. Come on.
Cool. We go and learn to make poison.
Yay.
All right.
You get some cobra venom from her.
Yeah, sure. Let's say that you get 2 vials.
Yeah.
Now, am I able to, like, legitimately teach Eirys how to use, like, create poisons?
I think that there's a process to it, a number of hours that is necessary. No, you can definitely start, and we'll say that it's not so much a question of dice rolls as it is a question of time, and there is an amount of time that would be required to become proficient in any skill, and I believe that toolkits do count towards that. I have a sneaking suspicion it might be something like 1,000 hours of in-game time. It's really, really
Maybe Eirys
mean.
could teach him something.
Yeah, but like you can definitely show the basics, and it'll be maybe such that maybe after a few sessions, Eirys might be able to give you advantage by just being your assistant, that kind of thing. I'm happy for that to become a bit of a feature.
Yeah.
Okay, so while you guys are squaring away
Can I
doing
just
that,
clarify?
yes, Brüz, Swiss.
Can I just quickly clarify? Are we really milking the Tabaxi that is currently a cobra to milk poison?
Yes.
This has been something that Megan and Deanna have discussed at length. 4 months, yes.
She would rather not call it milking, if at all possible, but
extraction.
That's exactly what the term is for when you.
I know that's the term. Listen, I know that's the term, but she is.
Venom.
I'm gonna mute my side of the mic.
Oh no! Oh no! That's so cruel. They're coming. They've always come through the same way.
I muted. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm just like, this isn't a discussion. We need to.
You can just see you going.
Listen, I just don't want the discussion to ever be like, oh, I'm just going to go milk Nuru.
That's why we should stop talking about it.
That's why she doesn't want you to call it that when in reference to her.
Well, I have never done that.
Brüz already has, because it happened at the table in the tavern that you suddenly became a cobra. And Brüz was like, oh, nice work. And then Kyro grabs you and sort of like hooks you onto a jar for milking. And Brüz goes,
not in front of you. He's going up to the room.
Yeah. It's like a little Pez dispenser.
He's not going to make noises in a public area.
No.
He's going to keep that door locked.
What are you saying?
You're allowed to breastfeed in a public area, but you're not allowed to milk a snake. That's a bit backwards thinking.
I'm going to jump in. What were you saying, Jody? Sorry.
I cannot remember. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
I have goldfish brain.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's just good to give each other the space, isn't it? So let's say you guys are milking Nuru. Sorry.
That's exactly what we weren't going to say.
Sorry.
You'll
Nuru.
Sorry. You are consensually. Let's move on. Let's go to Ella and Yell, who have managed to get a board and all of the conspiracy theory stuff into the room. Crack on.
I open the door and like quickly shove myself in, and I close the door. And I'm like, I don't think they saw me.
I think they definitely saw me. Couple of things to warn you about first.
Okay.
First of all,
yeah,
your grandma really approves of the scheming and for the mischief. She's all about that.
Well, she's the dark horse.
Let us borrow all this.
I love her.
Second thing, though, I did go into the shop before I went to get all of this because I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get all the supplies. So I did buy them while there was everybody around. They may think we're doing some weird sex thing.
What?
So we can play into that tomorrow however you want.
Ella just opens the door and she shouts down, "We're not doing weird sex things!" and shuts the door.
Oh, bless her. So timid right at the start.
That will definitely be teasing you tomorrow about.
Kyro's just like, I literally don't care what they're doing.
To be frank, I'm glad to finally have some ammunition on you guys.
Give it a few weeks. She'll just own it.
Mm-hmm.
It's fair. She is like that.
Meanwhile,
right. Let's get this set up then, and you can lay your information. And I will order us food to the room while you set up.
Let's go. Ella will get out all the pins, paper. She'll start drawing portraits of everyone.
You're going to remove the horse that Eirys just hated on.
Well, maybe the horse can be like the kind of like no, listen this. So yeah, if you want to draw portraits of people, go performance check.
Oh yes, because we know how well I do this.
I'm gonna aid with that.
Give yourself advantage because Yell is guiding your hand. The quill.
12. That's good. I had advantage.
12 with advantage.
Yep.
Well, these are okay. These are okay. You kind of get that it's Kyro because of the pointed ears, and
Eirys because of the long black hair.
Yeah. And Arthrin because he's got a bow slung on his back.
Okay, here's everyone, and she sticks them up on the board.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, hang on.
Where are me and you? And
why do we need to be on the board?
I don't know. You were drawing pictures, everyone. I want to see your renditions of us.
Oh, okay, all right. I drew a picture of us. Just because you want to picture us.
Yell's gonna wait until she finishes. You know I was joking, right?
I do now.
You're adorable.
Okay, here we go. Right. So, we're going to rummage in my bag and put on my Deerstalker hat.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
And I get out my magnifying glass.
Oh shit, this is the best. Oh, that's great. So there's a bunch of pictures of people. You've put like pins with the string kind of tied between, linking individuals. Sketches of places start appearing, and yeah.
Okay, I have a few ideas, and she pulls out a piece of paper and reads from it.
Does the paper drop to the floor?
Yeah. It goes down the stairs of the tavern.
Okay, and she uses her magnifying glass to point. Number 1. Okay, Arthrin. Find Arthrin someone else. Number 2. Find Nuru someone else. Number 3. Find out if Nuru's crush is deep or just a little crush. Number 4. Get Arthrin interested in Nuru. Number 5. Find out how big a crush Arthrin has on Eirys. Number 6. Am I on 6?
Yes,
6.
You are on
6. Find Kyro someone else. Number 7. Get Eirys a hawk or a panther or something like that to keep her company. Number 8. Get Kyro and Eirys together. Number 9. Get Arthrin and Eirys together. Number 10. Get Eirys to change her mind about finding someone else. Number 11. Find out how Eirys feels about Kyro. And number 12. Find out how Eirys feels about Arthrin. What do you think?
Okay. That's a lot of ideas.
It's all like string around, and it just ends up in a big ball of mess.
I'm not sure how much help the board is going to be now.
Well, can you see? It's quite clear. It's like, you know.
That's fair.
So that thing that we just heard from Ella took about 30 seconds in real world time, but it actually took 2 hours of game time because of all of the pins and the strings. It's usually the other way around in D&D, but here we are.
So what you're saying is we need to find more information on options, and then I'll list all the options where you like. We need to find more information first before we can really choose any one of these options to pursue.
Yeah.
I mean, we can definitely still get Eirys a panther or a hawk or some kind of animal.
That'll keep her quite company.
Yeah. I mean, especially if it's a big thing that could stab someone with its teeth or claws.
Exactly.
That's right up her alley.
Big scary thing. Yeah.
Would she ride into battle on a panther? Why didn't she buy a panther?
I want a magic panther.
Why didn't she buy? Okay, we're getting her a panther. I mean,
do we know what they like to eat? Maybe we should also research how to look after a panther before we just buy one.
Okay, all right. Although she did leave
I don't
her
really
horse.
want a hungry panther. She did leave her horse, but that was kind of because we all went to Trine and then had to get out of there way before we wanted to.
We could, we could get her like a mini panther, and then she could just pop it in the bag of holding when we're traveling and running away.
I'm fairly certain a bag of holding has no air.
Oh, okay, scrap that idea. Put it in a normal bag.
So you want a pantherkin to just live in her bag, like Stanley here lives in mine.
Exactly. And then she won't lose the tiny panther. Anyway, we digress.
We're definitely going to get Eirys some kind of deadly animal for her to love and raise and kill people with. Yeah. As for the other options, we need more information.
Yeah. So
There's sending. We can message them in their mind while they're drunk. We can read their minds. We can zone of truth them. We can do all kinds of trickery to get the info we need. Or we could be nice and actually ask and, not meddle. But that's boring.
Well, often we could just get drunk and just ask. Save our spells. I mean, he's all loose tongue when he's drunk.
That's true, but there's also not much time left in the day. And I haven't really used much in the way of spells today.
Okay.
We could spam out a bunch of spells tonight.
Ooh, yeah.
Especially as we're in the middle of planning. Might help eliminate some of the options.
Who do you want to target first?
Arthrin's definitely the easiest.
Sounds like a game of Mafia.
Okay, let's go.
So much about him.
How do we want to pester Arthrin right now?
Well, how about we corner him?
Okay. Yell is gonna sending to Arthrin. Because he doesn't have message.
Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, you can cast sending. What would you like to say?
Hey,
Message?
Arthrin, whereabouts are you? But need to have a quick word.
Hi, Yell. On my third me, do you want me to come upstairs?
Drink another 3 on your way up.
Really quickly.
Make a magically manifested persuasion check.
23.
Oh, fuck. Why do you do this?
I'll just bring this bottle upstairs with me.
Why have I let this man make a character with a +10 on his persuasion? I'm
a silver-tongued devil.
He has the keys to people's hearts.
I'm going to give Arthrin a wisdom save because, god damn it, he deserves one. Natural 4. He's going to have 3 more drinks before he comes up. He will be another half hour.
Now he just brings a whole bottle with him, right?
He's going to come up when he's had a few more drinks and will be very drunk, hopefully, by that time.
We just have to make sure he doesn't go snogging us.
If he does, I'll kill him. That was our deal.
Oh, God.
I hope that it isn't the case that he will go snogging us. I think it might have been because he's got the thing for Eirys, as he's somewhere in that mess of things. We should flip the board around so he doesn't see the board.
She flips the board over.
Yeah, I'll make a dex save.
19.
Yeah, you just get out of the way. Just keep yourself from getting clunked in the jaw by this rotating board. Oh, man. Yeah, half an hour passes, and subject to a con save. Less of a knock, more of a on the door indicates to you that Arthrin is there.
I think that's Arthrin.
Yo! You want me to come in?
Gonna open the door and hide behind it, just see if Arthrin goes onto the floor in the room.
It opens in, right? You open it, and he collapses into the room.
Thought that was the case.
I had 3 more drinks.
Buddy.
I drank that really quickly. Hey!
Good. Oh, even better. That's perfect, buddy.
Hey! Claps you on your shoulder. Hey! The floor smells of shit.
And why don't you get up?
Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
I plonk him onto the bed. Ella has some questions. Hold it. You got this.
Oh, fine. I'm fine. Fucking fine.
I'm gonna inspire Arthrin to not vomit.
Like bardic inspiration wise, or
I'm literally gonna be like, hold it. You don't need to. Nuh-uh.
Okay. Yep. All right.
Ella will jump onto the bed next to Arthrin.
Hey.
So.
Yell's going to close the door, and while he's doing so, drunk Arthrin is distracted by Ella, he's going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So you can just keep an eye on any thoughts that Arthrin's hiding when Ella is asking questions.
Sure thing.
So he's just going base level at the moment, so it's not a save. It's just a general. What are people thinking?
He's very, very tipsy. He's enjoying just like that loss of inhibitions that comes with copious alcohol. He is not holding on. He's not holding on very well, as you know.
Yeah. So I've got that for about a minute as Ella starts asking questions.
Hey Ella, what's with the weird shit with the board and stuff? Like, you say that you're not having sex, but like, what's it for? Is it a weird sex thing?
It's not
He's
a weird
teaching me
sex.
Gnomish.
Yes.
Ah.
Anyway,
Okay.
how do you feel
I'm
about
going to
it?
recite a few words in Gnomish to prove to Arthrin that she's teaching me Gnomish.
Oh fuck. Okay.
See, it's not a weird sex thing. She pokes him quite hard.
Is there any more chicken left on that plate?
What plate? What?
Are you guys gonna eat that?
That's just the bones, Arthrin.
Oh, okay.
Arthrin,
What?
Here. Hello. Look.
Hi.
Look. Hi. So,
Yeah.
out of everyone in... Oh, Yell and me are playing a game of truth or dare, right? Right. So, question for you.
Okay.
Out of everyone here in the group,
Right.
who would you like to kiss the most?
Looks at Yell. Looks at you. I mean, I thought.
No, in the group, the big group.
Yeah, not just us.
I mean.
Nuru, Kyro, Brüz, Eirys.
I'm sure it's not a weird sex.
Eirys.
Eirys, I guess. I'm sorry, but like, I have kissed her like in front of everyone before.
And how did that feel? Did that feel good?
Yeah, it felt great. It
felt great.
Yeah.
What are his thoughts as he's saying this?
It's like he's taken off guard, and for a moment, like being the sort of general haze of drunkenness, just like as soon as Ella asked that question, suddenly he's in the room with more focus for a moment, and then the haziness comes back in again.
Huh. Sobering. Interesting.
As in, yeah, he's more able to sort of. It's like for just a moment, but it's enough. Yeah.
Would you want to kiss her again?
Dare.
We dare you to tell us if you'd kiss Eirys again.
That's not how the game works. That's not how this game works. I swear. Is it? I don't know. I've never played it. That can't be right. That can't be right.
Well, we're daring you to tell us the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. Our game, our rules.
Besting me with the power of their logic. Yeah. I mean, yeah, effectively, that's a good point, Jodie. Thank you for the reminder. You do feel Yell, because there's no need for him to make a wisdom save because he's so like inebriated. Like he thinks of 2 kisses. Yeah, the one that everybody saw, and there was another one that was not seen. That I believe Eirys gave to Arthrin, more of a peck, but obviously that's more fresh in his memory, so that's quite vivid. Yeah, so that's something that he is able to pick up on. And Swiss's dog is the best. Yeah, what was the question that you were asking? Sorry, I lost focus for a sec. Everyone's focusing on the dog. I mean, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
We love the dog. We love the dog.
What were you just asking, Ella? Would I want to kiss her again? He said dare.
Yes.
He said tell the truth. He says, well, I mean, yeah. I thought that you guys could like. I thought that you guys could read my mind. Is that not a thing? You said that you could. I didn't know if you were joking or not.
It is a anything, but we just thought it would be nice and ask this time.
Well, thank you. I feel so validated and on equal terms with you, and not at all, you know, the lower rung. Yeah, I do. Sorry, I probably, you know.
Big question.
What?
Big question.
What? Yeah.
Do you love Eirys?
Oh, come on!
Tell me. I love a good love story.
He tries to stand up.
No, I'll put it back down.
On you again, buddy.
Oh, come on! No, I'm not, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not comfortable. Okay, I'm just
what
like
are his thoughts.
He's telling you the truth. He's uncomfortable. His feelings for Eirys are very strong. He doesn't want to say them out loud because, you know, he's afraid of kind of confronting the reality of, you know. I think there are, I don't know, does he necessarily see the triangle element of it? No, but he's obviously aware that Eirys is very independent. There are feelings of, oh, she's, you know, he's confused about how things are at the moment because she has shown him affection and he's daring to hope, but he's almost like not wanting to commit to it fully because he's afraid of, you know, it coming to nothing and being rejected. But yeah, I mean, the simple fact is, from what Yell is hearing and through the spell, yeah, okay. He does.
All right, one last one for you, buddy.
No.
How do you feel about having or raising a pet baby panther or bird of prey or some kind of dangerous animal?
I mean, panther sounds like a terrible idea. It would kill us all. But I mean, I don't know. A bird of prey would be pretty cool. I mean, don't you already have a he kind of points,
yeah, we have Stanley.
He points at the pillow, and Stanley is sitting there just like,
yeah, we got Stanley. But
I've been here the whole time, guys. Like, don't forget about me.
No, he didn't say that because he can't talk because he's a goose. Yeah. Well, bird of prey would be pretty cool, you know. Like that's like my jam. That's my ranger sort of thing. I could have a bird of prey.
Oh, you could have a hawk, and you could teach him how to like fly, get better people, and you could name him Hawkey.
Hawkey! Holy shit! It's like you're in my mind. Oh yeah, you guys are, aren't you? Okay. Yeah. Hawkey. Fuck. Is there like a place that does birds?
I'm not entirely sure, but it is something that we thought of during our Gnome lessons. We thought it might be cool to get a surprise, so it's a secret. You're not allowed to tell anyone.
All right, yeah.
So it might be a surprise even for you, so you may have to drink more beers until you forget.
I mean, probably shouldn't have any more.
Oh, go on, you deserve one.
You definitely want one or two more, yeah.
Yeah, all three.
The night is young.
All right. I mean, yeah, fair. That's fair.
In fact, Yell's going to give him a gold piece. That should get you another 3 or 4. I want you to go to the bar and have a few more drinks.
All right. Okay.
And he's going to thank you. You've been a big help. We really appreciate it.
All right. Yeah. Goes up,
he's going to open the door for Arthrin.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as the door is closed.
Yeah.
Whether he makes it down the stairs for more drinks or what, Yell doesn't care. I'm sure he's fine.
I'm sure someone will help him up.
Oh my god, Ella.
What did you get? What did you get?
So, yeah, he loves her. Ella loves her.
Okay, I'll draw a heart in a minute. Yep.
Second, yeah, Hawkey is a name that he was definitely thinking of naming a pet hawk. Don't know if that was because he was drunk or not, but hey. Third, he's had more than one kiss.
What?
Eirys kissed him once. When they were in their room.
She did?
At least that's what he was thinking when you spoke about it.
Oh. Oh. So have they got a secret thing going?
So, Yale's going to add more bits of string between the Eirys and Arthrin line. This is stronger.
Okay, and Ella's going to draw a heart and slap it next to, like, in between Eirys and Arthrin.
So there's something going on there. We still need more information. But I think Arthrin, for now,
We're done with.
is done.
It's done. He's done.
But we definitely need to look into getting a baby animal of prey of some kind for Eirys.
I mean, we could get Arthrin a hawk just in case, you know, because I mean, the poor lad, he's probably going to get his heart broken. So I mean, we could get him a hawk as a constellation prize, really.
Oh, we should just look for a bird of prey seller and see if they're selling 2 hawks from the same batch of eggs. And
one could be like brown and
get the matching.
freckled,
Yeah, get the matching hawks.
Oh my god, that'll be awesome. And like, yeah. Eirys's hawk could be really sassy.
I'm not sure we can determine the personality of said hawk, but I agree. If we can find a sassy one, Eirys's.
It'll be Eirys's. I mean, I'm sure we can make it
If we
sassy.
can find one that knows healing magic, give it to Arthrin. He may need it.
That is true. Or we just give him some healing potions.
That is the more obvious and probable option of something happening if he gets hurt than a bird knowing magic.
Yes, because I would imagine that would be quite expensive. I don't have that kind of money. I mean, I like Arthrin, but, you know, not that much.
Good point. Okay, so tomorrow, once we've done the planning of whatever heist it is they want to do.
Okay, so we're finding a mini panther for Eirys, a hawk. Oh no,
I
are we
thought
getting
we were-
Eirys a hawk?
I thought we were
We're
getting
getting
2
Eirys a hawk.
hawks. Yeah.
Okay, getting two
two
hawks. I feel like we should maybe get Kira something. What would Kira
What would
like?
Kira like?
We can ask him.
Yeah, that's probably best. You want a message?
Why not? Oh, I got 25, haven't I? 25 words.
That's for sending, yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! Actually,
Messages,
yes.
15.
15.
The message is the cantrip though, so you can keep doing that over and over.
Oh, okay. All right. Right. I'm gonna message Kyro.
Yay, my favorite messenger.
All right.
She's gonna go.
Hi.
Ding dong, Ella calling.
Kiro pauses whatever he's doing and just freezes.
Oh.
Random question.
Toby, you're
What
muted for
kind
what
of
he said.
animal do you like?
He responds with saying, "What?"
What?
That's all you get.
I assume you're relaying the information back to me as you get it. Oh, explain, like, for a pet, what kind of animal would you like?
Oh, okay. Ding dong, me again. For a pet, what kind of animal would you like?
Oh, are they messaging other people?
Hero. No.
I don't understand. What are you saying?
Oh, sorry, I was talking to Ella in my head. She's messaging me with magic and asking me about animals, and I think she wants to buy a bunch of animals, but
What?
I don't know.
What are they doing? You know, I heard Arthrin, because he walked into our door and rebounded off of it, go down the hallway, go into their rooms. He was in there for a good while, that's all I'm saying.
I know. I don't want to know.
Nuru's still knitting, and she's like, "This is the weirdest orgy ever."
You're not in the room with us.
Oh, right.
This is not your room.
Hang on. No. Didn't you take Nuru with you to do the poison thing?
Oh, fuck, I remember. You're right, she was a snake. She is
Yeah.
here. I'm so sorry.
Okay,
You are here.
She brought her knitting supplies and is just hanging with you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hmm.
I assume I'll eventually have an explanation if she keeps messaging me. Just shrugs.
Ella will turn to you. Well, all I got was what, and what are you talking about? Really helpful, Kyro. Really helpful.
All right, so just to say, if you were to be given a pet as a gift, what type of pet would you like to raise? It's for a bet.
Oh, okay. Hello. Me again.
What's the word count on this?
I'm going to be just recasting it because it's a cantrip.
Yeah.
That's fine.
If you got given a pet to raise, what kind of pet would you like? It's a bet. It's to do with a bet. Did I get that right?
Yes, sounds about right.
I don't want to have a pet because it would be hard to have one while traveling.
Thank you.
Hockey begs to differ.
Okay, so he doesn't.
He wants something easy to take care of.
So he doesn't want a pet because it would be hard to look after while traveling. So I suggest we get him a plant.
That's harder. That's worse.
What if we get a plant in a jar, like its own ecosystem, and like a butterfly
That would
inside?
actually be really sweet.
Ooh.
Oh my
Can I have a
god.
butterfly too? I like that idea.
We can get you
Yeah.
a butterfly in a jar too.
Go. Okay, so we're getting 2 hawks,
Two hawks,
a
two
jar,
butterflies in a jar.
2 butterflies in a jar, and some plants.
Well, I'm hoping that the plants will come in the jar already with the butterflies.
That's true. Hang on a minute. Wouldn't we need to poke like ventilation holes for the butterfly? Because if we like just sealed the jar,
Yeah,
butterfly
like,
in the
in the
jar,
lid
it would be a
would
dead
have-
butterfly within like 30 minutes. It would be
Yes, you poke holes in the lid, but not big enough for the butterfly to fly through.
like, okay, fair enough.
Wow.
You'd have to, wouldn't you need to like water the plants? How does it work? I need to
So-
read up on this.
So I'm fairly certain the way that these things work is if you have a big enough jar with like something that's warm at the bottom, or you leave it in a warm place, the water will just condense against the glass and water itself.
Oh, that's clever. I like that idea. Okay, so 2 jars, 2 butterflies, 2 lots of plants, and 2 hawks.
Yes.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
And capitalism marches on.
Oh wait, should we go hawks or should we go for like ravens and dark birds?
Ooh,
And they can be
see,
quieter too. But birds of prey, Eirys would like for stabbing things.
yeah, Eirys would want the whole stabby, grabby, pokey, pokey thing. Kind of.
Oh, I didn't think of the grabby. She could get loot from far away.
Or, you know, they could drop on her body, you know, claw out the eyes, you know, that kind of thing.
Definitely some hawks then.
Yeah. Okay, so if we get everyone a pet, this will be all sorted.
That's fair. We should probably find something for Nuru and Brüz too then in that case.
Oh, crap. But hang on, Nuru can turn into an animal. So can Brüz.
Sorry. I forgot to mute myself, I'm sorry. I've been laughing so hard all the way through this.
I mean, yeah, but it'd still be a bit of a dick move to get everybody else a pet and not those guys.
We could get, like...
Maybe we just buy them a really, really big plant. Sticks out their backpack.
Like a mini tree? I mean, Brüz is always peeing up against trees. He could have a portable tree. Or not. Okay, or not. Alright, bad idea.
I have a feeling if he gets a portable tree, there will be a lot more stains in pub corners.
Yeah. You got a point there. You got a point.
Oh, God damn it.
What about a hat? Everyone loves a hat.
She says, wearing her Sherlock Holmes hat.
Hats could work. Hats could work.
Hats would work. Hats would so definitely work. And we'd have to cut out holes because Brüz has really big horns. Or we could get him a really teeny tiny hat that goes in between.
We could get him some horn cozies. Like knitted horn cozies.
Yeah, sounds good. Alright, right. Teeny tiny hat for Brüz. I think Nuru would look really good with a big hat, like a big hat.
A big fluffy hat, for sure.
For Nuru. 2 hawks, 2 lots of plants, 2 lots of jars, and 2 lots of butterflies.
I'm hoping the butterflies will come as like a combo package with the jars and plants.
I'm
but
sure
just
you
in
could
case.
We talk them into giving you that, so it's fine.
Oh, I'm sure. So that's our shopping list.
Yes. So, you know, and if there's any heartbreak, we can just give them the present, and then we'll just that will help the heartbreak.
So we're not buying that all tomorrow to just give them tomorrow to kind of fend it off for a bit. Or see what happens.
I mean, we need more money because that's a big shopping list. I need.
I'm sure a butterfly won't cost that much.
We could try and catch one. We'll catch them. We'll go butterfly hunting.
I am so down.
Cool. There we go. I saved us a couple of bob. I have saved you lots of money today. I mean,
I think we've all learned something today about the value of retail therapy.
Anyway,
cool. My God, we've uncovered a lot more information. We need to slowly get the information from the others.
Okay. I suggest we go for Nuru next.
Okay. But not tonight, because that'll be suspicious. Next time.
Yes.
Next planning.
Yes. Wahahaha. Yes.
She thinks that, like, something weird's going on.
Oh. The whole tavern thinks something weird is the whole tavern's just like this tiefling just came through rolling a giant chalkboard up a stair. Defying the laws of gravity. How do you guys feel about bringing it to a close because it's getting late?
Oh yeah, we're done. Yeah.
You guys, yeah.
It was just
amazing ending.
Explains to Eirys what happened.
Yeah, sure thing.
To him, and then continues like nothing is going on.
Meanwhile, down at the tavern, Arthrin is beside Brüz at the bar with his 7th tankard of mead. He goes, I tell you, man, law enforcement will be way better if they had a way of telling if you were drunk. Just imagine it. Just breathe into the bag, please. You know, just and they'd be able to detect like whether or not you were drunk.
Oh no, he's transcending.
And then.
However, if you are somebody who could tolerate the things that you were consuming, and you are held against the measure of a lesser being, I believe that would be more an infringement than an improvement. Don't talk to me about... You know what, Arthrin? I've realized you're reasonable when you're drunk. And he casts Lesser Restoration on Arthrin to sober him up.
Cure. Instant.
Suddenly sober.
And goes, now you tell me again why you think that's a good idea. And just folds his arm instead of like...
Oh, Cam!
Oh. if Arthrin comes into the room, we
Oh.
would totally ask him about that.
Oh, wow. Do you know, to be honest, no, you're right. That is a stupid idea. Like, why on earth would you breathe into a bag? Like, that's so ridiculous. Excuse me. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Everyone should be able to consume whatever they like. I'm just, yeah, no, don't know. Sorry, Brüz. Really, I mean it. Like, yeah.
All good things in moderation, Arthrin.
Yeah, I need to remember that.
Sometimes you could serve yourself a little more moderation.
Yep. You're right. You're right. I appreciate the restoration, though.
But I'm glad you're feeling better already.
I very much do. I don't know. That's some crazy. That's like the world's best magic spell. That's incredible. Yeah.
Oh, look, I have another one that can make you feel much worse if you like.
Some kind of plague spell? What are you talking about?
Oh,
it isn't witch bolt, is it?
Nothing's so theatrical. But he leans in close and goes, but just as easily as I can give you healing, I can just draw away life. And you just see Brüz's gold eyes open wider than you've ever seen them before as he just smiles.
Great! I'm gonna go to bed!
You sleep well,
Which
Arthrin.
bed did he go to?
Okay!
Goes up to bed. Leaves you to your chair. Your chair. Anyway.
He made his way to the chair. He was, for some reason, at the bar arguing with the drunk Arthrin.
Yeah, sorry. No. DM things. Giving everybody their moment. All right. We'll end it there. Take your 1,000 experience points and get out of my Dungeons and Dragons game. No, guys. Well played. That was fucking ridiculous.
That was amazing.
How much
shenanigans?
How much gold did you guys earn? That was mad.
I want to play Truth or Dare, damn it! Why do I get to do everything fun?
I'm sorry.
We'll get around to you, Kira.
Yay!
We don't want to be suspicious about it.
That's
right.
Right. I wouldn't want to arouse any suspicion.
Hey, Arthrin's gone back to spend the night with you guys, so clearly it's not a sex thing.
He does have favorite animals. He just doesn't want a pet.
So that's why we're going to get you a butterfly.
Yeah, and a girl. With a plant.
What about a bat?
If you give that to him after his heart is broken, that would be interesting.
Hey, Kira, I'm sorry your life is set upside down. Here, have an insect in a jar.
That would make his day worse.
Oh dear. Okay. I'm gonna end the stream.
Kira,
Sorry.
I know you've been feeling trapped. Here's an insect.
Against its will. Yeah. Amazing. I'm gonna end the stream
Something
there.
beautiful and ephemeral that I can never touch.
Oh, bless
Beautiful and ephemeral that I can never touch.
you. Oh, the
That was a
quote
good
wall,
game.
man. We need to update the quote wall. Is there one? There's one in the server, isn't there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get on that.
Yeah,
We have shenaniganed, and we shall shenan again.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard. I love it. Cool. Thank you for playing. Thank you for watching. Love you all so much. Don't forget to love each other. See you in 2 weeks. Goodbye.
Yay.